getting in that special value mode before the show.
Yeah. I think so. Gosh, and I thought we already were recording.
No,
that was all my content. I'm finished. That's all I wrote for the evening.
We lost it. What were we saying?
Wasted all my. I can't even remember now. I've got a shredder. As soon as my lines are done, and they get shredded, I can't tell anymore. I have no idea what I was talking about. What? I don't know that I'd want to be called.
It's the beginnings of the Cheep. It's a pre-recording of the recording of the live, isn't it? So, because we do our little warm up.
It is a little warm. Get a bit
which
toasty.
Is in there. It's it.
Get the toast on.
Work on the.
Get the bananas, fruit.
Got to get the
Get the sort of the spinning blades
Xbox
of death
toaster action happening.
Get that Xbox fucking blades of
poppage
death.
of the everlasting spaghettification notices.
I bet you it doesn't do crumpet.
Crumpety goodness. More than likely not. All right.
Do different toasters. Do you think an American toaster?
Let's go.
Do Americans have crumpets?
Crumpets?
Yeah.
Do crumpets.
Do they have crumpets or is it waffles? Or do they have crumpets?
Oh, yeah, the waffleage. Waffling on.
I don't know if I've ever seen like a buttered crumpet.
Got a waffle on it. Part of it. Wafflers. It is gaming entertainment. It's not for kids. Definitely for kids.
Never.
Get up to in the pictures. It was that bird there.
I want to get a hat. Not growing my hair back. I'll start releasing, actually rethinking that through. Actually, it's not growing my hair back. It's like destroying the DHT that's accumulated in my scalp and breaking that down so that there's a proper cycle. I don't know what, so that we can, so that my hair can continue to grow and isn't like, molested by DHT.
And then just getting it happening. Getting it happening. Crystal balls. Alright, we got the credits rolling up.
Should we be cheaping while the credits are rolling?
Look, just come around. I'll just get a bit loose about it. It works however
it's coming soon, but we're still talking.
Well, we are talking, but it's sort of not the real talk. The pre.
Which
golden goodness that it's sort of.
Which pre are we on now? Are we on?
Spat out is it? The true talking of the Cheep.
Is it the coming soon? Are we up to coming soon yet? Or are we?
I don't know. I'm feeling a bit excited about the countdown, that's for sure. Like numbers going backwards.
Is there a countdown?
Numbers going backwards is pretty important.
Hang on.
Yeah. Right now.
It goes from 1 to 1 to 1 to 1 to 1 to 1 back into 1. You're like, oh. Okay, I'm just gonna
refresh, I think.
Refreshing. Refresh the fresh. The
straight to the control room, live and direct from Mum's basement. It's
Oh,
thanks, Mum. Real talk is
thanks.
cheap. Why?
Live. Let's log into that shit. I want to check out this real talk is
Just
cheap.
logging it. Logarithms.
Whoop.
There we go. Good. No egrets. That's how I like to do it. No egrets whatsoever.
Yeah, you don't
doing
want
it
that.
live. No, you don't want to have egrets.
No, it starts getting out of control at that point.
Never.
Peahen.
Mm.
Peahen. It's the thing. Yeah, I don't know. What I saw today, like when you were talking about like, yeah, okay. What I thought about was a few things today about the Swiftie experience. One was that yeah, she could probably do another 5 concerts in Sydney. Yeah,
Yeah,
I suspect
quite
right?
easily. Yeah,
quite easily. Let's say, and sell them all out. I mean, people would go 2 or 3 times, you know. But there's also the like. I reckon that there's a proportion. Like if she's her marketing people would be like, so the actual ideal is to deny access to, you know, 4/5 of or 2/3 of your market. So you want to sell. We want to actually restrict sales to make sure that 2/3 of your most keenest, like maybe like only 1/3 of the absolute core can go, or
people that are prepared to do anything because they love us so much. True fan
Well, I don't think
base.
there's anything you can do. I'm not even sure what it is that you could do because. Unless you're entering competitions and things, but I mean, there's still just a chance because you go to Ticket Tech and you're just in a, you go into this waiting hole and it's just like, and that's it. And then the 2 hours pass and nothing happens because, you know, you
never got randomly selected from the bucket.
No. Yeah, you just, it's not yeah, it's just whatever it is. So, so what you're then basing it on is going, all right, so we've got, you know, this many potential sales, and we're only going to sell this many. Yeah, and we're going to restrict them. And so, how keen are those other people now? They're even more keen.
Super keen.
They're like,
they'll be buying the next album, won't they?
They're going to buy everything.
They'll be buying everything they can get online.
Yeah, and I mean, what's interesting, I think, is what comes. I mean, would someone like Taylor Swift do region locking? Because you know there are people. There's people flying in to Australia to buy the tickets. To not to buy the tickets, to see the concert. So there's people overseas buying the tickets out from Australia, about buying Australia out.
Outbidding.
And you think about it, like so anyway, that was one thing. That was yeah. So I think that it might be intentional. I mean, besides like, oh, my voice gets tired or something like that, or whatever. And sort of like, oh no, I only want to make this much money. I don't.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
That's not the thinking here. There must be some other.
I'm going to be paying way too much tax in royalties and stuff.
Yeah, no, I think it's more to do with. Surely that's not the
I've got to
thinking.
spread the love across the world. Continue spreading the love across the world.
Love. The errors.
All you need is love.
Errors.
All you need
is love.
All you need is love.
It was interesting too, driving through the city, and I actually drove past Central Station. This afternoon, and
I do
there
like
was
the
like
architecture is magnificent.
Oh man, no, you should come down to Sydney. Just come on down, next opportunity, and come to Central Station. Like
come on down.
Yeah, they've done a full
refit.
more.
They put more
Just they've moored it.
more Egyptian and more is there more obelisks?
No,
What more
the whole thing
obelisks?
is an obelisk. It's like it's. I guess if you look at the Australia is like Star Trek.
It
I
is.
think
It is. We've got the
Australia is.
new and we've got the old. It's like when you get on the Enterprise
We don't have old.
and the old you know.
Like Australia has facades of old, like a little bit of,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
imported
no one.
old,
Yeah, it's not. There's
perhaps.
no old
It's a little
here.
bit imported.
Yeah, not in our built structures, at least. I mean, there are other kinds of old, but yeah, you don't. No, we live in Star Trek. We live in a few like you don't like you go to you go into say the U.S. Postal Office.
Yeah.
U.S. Post, you know, in America, any city, any place, bigger city, maybe not the biggest city, but bigger cities anywhere, and they're like from something out of the 70s or the 50s,
Yeah.
1950s, you know,
Yeah.
because they are.
Just stuck to that same pattern and
Yeah,
there
they
was no
didn't
need to
like.
change. It just worked.
Yeah, it's not like they did facelifts or things
If it
like
ain't
that.
broke, don't try and fix it. All right?
No, they didn't. No, don't invest in it or something, whatever. Yeah, if it's broken, do fix it.
Mm.
Like you just keep fixing it, just patching it up. That's what you do. And so if it's broke, you do fix it. You don't replace it with a better thing.
A more
You
efficient,
just keep the
more
busted
streamlined
ass
thing.
stupid thing
Just keep
forever.
the ever patching thing happening.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, yeah. So Australian post offices though look like something out of the future generally, or they're just like a little corner store. It's like a
Dude,
I don't know, but
get
they're
your
all going to
spaceship
go.
on.
They're all going to go.
Yeah.
Those little ones, they're going to shut them down and just leave you with the spaceships.
Mm.
And so Central Station, it has like this like old bit still, which is a facade.
Yeah.
And then
The leftovers.
You go into this thing, like there's like this whole thing of escalators. And there used to just be this sort of like small tiled sort of corridors. You've been in there. Yeah, we've been in there together. And then just rows of things going up to the
each levels and
well, just the each train. And so now you come down and there's this whole like I don't even know like but you know how Star Trek has
you need an Apple headset to navigate through it, you reckon? Or is it like got the whole celestial dome with little arrows pointing towards the directions that you need to go?
There's some Damascus things, I can tell you that. Like one is so it's beautiful, like you know in Star Trek how like it's not things aren't rectangular, they'd be like that
sort of
with then like a curved and then a little curved bit and then sort of like a bit of an angle to it. Maybe the walls would come in, you know, bit of a so but very functional. Nice lighting. So it's just like that. It's just and spacious, like wood. And you're like in this big sort of atrium thing. And then you're going up these lifts and things to the platforms. And it's quite nice. Yeah. And so but then they've got like the timetable-y things at these sort of on the walls on these big LED screens. And you think, oh, that's cool. Like sort of big monitors. You know, LED walls, wall panels.
Yeah.
And but because of like the architectural wonderment that they're trying to, so then the walls kind of like slanted like this, yeah, outwards. And up.
So there's no real surface to mount an LED unless you got like something pushed right forward.
So the surface is the LED, like, but in all of its in that looks, you know, you think, oh, that's cool, but then you realize that means that from a parallaxing perspective, like the top of the screen's going away from you.
Yeah.
And so the information is kind of like pointing towards the roof. You know what I mean? Like the time.
Yeah.
I'm
So it's almost
obviously,
unreadable.
Yeah, it's actually like it's causing it's strain. It's a difficulty, causes strain to read. It's just like, you didn't. Who even? Like, what?
Yeah.
As soon as I walked in there, I turned around. I was like, oof, that's
Going on here.
You could, but you could do something cool. Like now, if you
Mm.
wanted to be like, do that and nail it, what you'd actually do is have some kind of lenticular situation going on, like lenticular LED.
Mm.
And so that even though it was like that, it had this kind, it didn't, that wasn't what it was about. It created like a 3D effect. And then like the information was actually sort of through that, had this kind of weird hologrammy effect, like that sort of like
Bending.
stuck out.
Yeah. Sort of,
you know,
poked out from the screenish.
Poked out from the screen. That's right.
Yeah.
And was then pointing down at you like a, so you actually would see in like 3D. It'd be fucking great. And you do it with a lenticular screen, and you'd solve the problem, and you'd still have the thing going in the wrong direction and being
And still not be able to read it either. So it'd be good.
Oh no, you'd really be able to read it. Well, somewhat. Oh yeah, no, you can't. No, lenticular. Yeah, and then just get to the Apple Vision. Yeah, next thing up. Let's see
Everybody
what
wearing
about
Apple
this?
Vision.
You just you forward 10 years, right? Because the thing I was always thinking about, like with SciTV, with this aspect, right, is
the
not just the
traversing
death
with
of
it.
monitors.
Yeah.
Not just the death of monitors. But kind of what that means for how.
Well, it's the birth. It's the birth of the little AR avatar, IO,
but it's the
artificial
removal of the physical
intelligent,
artifact.
augmented intelligent friend.
And the removal of the physical artifact. So if
With
you're
the
looking
overlay,
like
we were talking
because
about with
everything is floating. So you're walking
Mummy,
along, and the
why are the
insides of
rats getting
buildings.
hurt? Oh, don't worry about the rats. They'll be fine. Special gas.
Gas just
The bear
coming out of the
gas just
vehicle.
spraying out of the sides. Don't worry about the rats. Dude, just choking on it.
The eternal
Overlaid
suffering.
with the little cartoon.
The eternal suffering of the dead horse. It's interesting when you talk to people. Like I talk to people sometimes around like they're like about I don't know. I had a recent thing around amounts of people, and I think people are fairly clued into that we need less of us, and we're actively trying to make less of us, and kind of agree with it. And even like that,
what happens every day?
Yeah, like we need to pare down. Like if we from 8 billion, 800 million is
acceptable
10%.
Numbers.
Well, 80 million's 1%. Probably do it with 80 million. Like with the current knowledge, if you like, just had the
put everyone in the cloud.
Just ice them.
Frozen heads.
No, ice. Like ice, like as in ice them. Like just kill them.
Goodbye.
Yeah, I think so. Like I think if we had 80 million of us, like I mean, 80 million with the current tech, be pretty cool. Like,
yeah.
And once this sort of, but I think that we'll take it a little easier. Like, first of all, you want to make sure that your big things, like say the Apples and the whatever of the world, because they don't need to make 1 billion devices. They'll be making less, but that'll be okay. But so they just need to replace all the core, like all that sort of the lower end stuff. Yeah, because you still got 80 million people. You're not doing nothing.
Yeah, someone's got to load the drone baskets up.
Well, somebody.
Yeah.
Or at least
Someone's got
order.
to be there.
Someone's got to place the order.
Yeah. Place the order
Is
and someone to load it.
Well, so you just need less. Yeah.
Make sure it's loaded correctly. to verify what the AI has done.
Yeah. So you keep like sort of. So for the one, say for the 80 million, what would you keep? Like an extra 800,000, just sort of like one, maybe 1 per 7 would
Some
be normal.
spares.
Right? Well, no. Like you say, like if you want some for menial,
Well,
that you don't think
yeah.
the robots can do,
or
automational.
non-automational.
Well, because like
you'd want to have a bit of spill though, wouldn't you? They couldn't be too
okay,
smart.
What I think is it's
they couldn't be too smart. They'd only know how to fix the machines, but not know
it'd
why.
Be artisan. No, it'd be artisan. It'd be like an artisan class. Yeah, like no, but they'd be like the artisans are pets. Like the people who build the houses and do those kinds of things instead of just but they'd be artisans that sort of
the
beautiful
dwelling
jobs.
Makers.
Well, just as an example, I mean, there might be like other ones who are artisans as well in other ways, like make food or do things, and so they are the menials, but they're good. Like they, you're not just going to get rid of like Jean-Paul Gaultier just because like what he doesn't own an oil field or something.
No, of course not.
But that's so. I think some of those roles like fit.
Well, we just throw it to the lottery.
The Tay method.
Yeah.
Oh, nah.
Overseas included?
Not really. No.
I mean, there's only 30 million here in Australia.
I'd say you'd only keep the elite.
We're a drop in the bucket, mate.
I'd say you'd only keep the elite.
If you're going to have to drop it, Australia.
So what would you leave? You'd have to reduce it by 2 orders of magnitude, I guess. So 25 million, 2.5.
10 million.
250,000? That's all will be left in Australia.
Too pity.
Yeah, because you'd have, we've got 25 million. So it'd be like, it's 2.5 million.
Yeah. 250,000. I guess that makes sense, wouldn't it? 250.
For Australia.
How many Indigenous would have been here when they turned up? Probably 250. They've been 250.
Probably 250.
Yeah. That seems fair.
Yeah.
As you found it. Just 250 left.
And you wonder how such matters, like would it be like by location? The survival of the lucky fittest. You just like whoever's
have the purge. See what pops out the other side of the purge. Broadcaster, put the bets down. Get a sponsor today.
I'm a bit. I don't know. I actually think at that point you just go eugenics. You just kill off anything that's sort of. No, you'd have to intentionally cull, wouldn't you? You don't want to have a random lottery and end up with like a whole bunch of trailer park individuals running the planet. Like that's fucked up. You actually need the people who are capable of like,
of course,
enjoying things properly.
Get the right appreciations.
They understand. Yeah, they understand. They've already trained. You don't want to like,
nothing wasted, nothing gained.
No, because otherwise they just all gorge, and that's it. They haven't had the taste.
Yeah.
No. So I don't think you can have the lottery. You just can't have the unwashed. You have to have
selected
the elite and the artisan. and just demolish.
Sadly, yeah, that is true.
Yeah, you don't have many dray horses or like farm horses anymore. You've got nice dancing horses like Arabian and like nice running horses, you know, like sort of athletic and
happy.
Yeah, and you want you know, and you keep those athletes around. You know, you want them as sort of like studs almost. You keep them as
like we were talking about the whole drivers.
them.
You know, they need to be drivers of the modern society. Yeah. Kept for studying, making sure that the drivers are there. Up and coming AI takeover.
That's what are you sponsored by tonight?
I am sponsored by Summersby, Apple.
Oh,
of course.
Oh well, of course.
It's our old favourite. Still waiting for the check. Still waiting for the check.
Yeah,
hey,
I'm going to do.
I'm not holding my breath. Okay, I'm not holding my breath.
I got a Tawley. I got one Tawley of Han Superdry. I'm just going to like crack that.
I never hold my breath unless I'm going underwater.
It's nice and warm.
Yeah, I'll hold it while I'm underwater, but yeah, other than that,
room temperature.
If I'm waiting for
just how I like my beer.
Keep a promise, then normally I will never hold my breath waiting for a promise. Hello. Is that right?
Yeah.
Got a bear at the window.
It's all right. Plastered the face.
Yeah. Stunk.
I think my feed has just become heavy on cats. I mean, clearly I'm interested in them. I mean, I do watch the videos and I pass them on to others. I told you, like I've shared about how my feed.
What about Cootie Juice? You liked Cootie Juice, didn't you? Cootie Juice on my dishes.
Well, what I actually wanted was more of I actually wanted a conversation. I wanted to hear more.
Yeah.
I wanted less of the loop and more of the
actual full conversation. I'm sure it's there somewhere.
It must be.
It will be revealed. It will be eventually revealed.
Because I think that would have been even funnier.
But the drummer, when he if you're watching him closely, right, he sort of he does this thing where he sort of looks at the camera, and as she's sort of saying it, and he's trying his best not to laugh, like he is, you know what I mean? Like he is fully even though he's doing the whole drum beat for it and the guitar riff, he was having a chuckle. You could see. Actually found it quite amusing.
Oh, it's pretty funny. Cootie juices. It's quite the like. Have you ever?
And you can hear the poor girl, like she's going, "It's clean, it's clean," and it's just not listening to her at all. Cootie juices on my dishes. Interesting take.
Well, I mean, there's nothing more loving than wiping your genitals.
Sourdough bread.
On the plate.
Made by someone who loves you with their own
serving
breast milk.
Dinner on it. You've got to like if you wipe the plate with your genitals.
Her own yeast.
Yeah.
Gained
just on the plate.
Sourdough bread tonight.
Especially and then put the
with breast milk. Made with breast
That's
milk.
That's it. Nurtured deeply. Deeply within. Special yeast.
100% human compatible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Guaranteed.
Guaranteed to grow on any human. Compatible yeast.
Cheese also made.
Turn any human into bread.
Cheese and beer provided by the yeasty goodness.
Mm. Dairy wasn't a common. Now, why do you think? Like, so I mean, so Flemish, Belgium area,
Yeah.
France, etc., was like an
Does
origin
does the
point.
does it heat the blood like when you have it? Is it like I think beer? You sort of blood gets a bit heated. Eat cheese, blood gets a bit heated. You know, is it just because of the consumption, obviously the processing of the food, which makes you hot, or is it the
Sex appeal.
mm, to the questions?
Sex appeal.
I've
That's
had a
the
special request. It's all right.
That's where it comes from.
Just
Is
gonna
the
quickly do this in the
cheesy
background.
special
Pardon me.
request? Special
It's all right.
request.
Something simple.
Doing
Just
it.
from the
He's getting paid to do a special things only for you. I watched this porn the other day. This girl comes in, point of view, right? So the girl comes in and says, "Oh, hey, it's not cool what you've been doing." He's like, "What are you talking about?" It's like, "No, it's not cool. It's like you've been
selfish.
You've been checking out my OnlyFans." And he's like, "Nah, what are you talking about?" And it's like, "Well, you have,
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I haven't. And blah, blah, blah. And he's like, "Well, it's just free. You can sign up to any OnlyFans you want." She's like, "Yeah, it's creepy. We live in the same house." Like, and then of course, that's the excuse. And then, well, I was wondering. I think that we're on it, man. Like
I think so too.
The Tinder of the future is not that. It's actually just your sex tapes online. You just fucking on the camera, and then people just tune in, and then just be like, "I want that."
Yep. Oh, that's good. That stuff.
Just send you a little like. Bang. And you're like, oh yeah, okay. And then you see how they go for the appropriate amount of time. They do the thing. Yeah. They rub the cootie juice on the plate. Yep. That's the one I want.
Cootie juice on my dishes.
That's the
Put some cootie juice on my fucking dishes.
Give it that nice musky flavor.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Wholesome.
Something you can truly write home to mother about.
You can dine on.
Dine on it.
Something you can dine on.
You just love it. Every little morsel. Just loving it.
Yeah. Lapping it all up.
Slurp.
Lapping it up. Oh, mate.
I'm going to do it. Bang. It's done. Too bad. So sad.
Oh, dear.
Grabbings.
Oh, hello, Doglet. What's going down?
Doglet. Uh-oh.
The Doglet arrives.
Doglet has popped.
It's not right, is it? Is it right or not right?
Sniffing.
It's not right.
What's not right? There's no food here. What's the food?
Not enough love.
Yeah, food here.
Not enough attention. I never had no way. I never
feed
them in here
because they're not yours.
Feeding
is for parents.
I put them downstairs. Like, I would feed them to their mouth. But
from
with
your
them
mouth,
having to sit. Fuck no.
Doing
Sitting, waiting,
mummy
patience,
vomiting test.
Slowly taking from hand.
Mummy vomiting.
But
dog bonding.
They're just especially Marlowe, is just too. It's not. You can't even because he starts give it just. That dog takes like. It would leave. It's not far off leaping up on the bench and just grabbing the food and running
Yeah.
off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like on the. It's just barely
performing
managing.
badly, as they say. Yeah.
So
Some,
you know,
yeah.
you can't make it
Performing very
more
badly.
likely that that's going to happen. It's not fair on the dog because he'd be cranky at it for your inspired behaviors.
Just don't do it.
Don't stroke the dragon thing.
Dragons don't get messed with.
Yeah.
No egrets.
Do you think you know how they like there's all these different so there's like genders.
No egrets at all.
Or sex. Yeah,
Sorry?
Not one. Okay, so there's the sort of your wow. That was tripping. So you know how there's like all the different kind of like things people are into, like say heterosexual, like I'm into two people. So like I'm into guys, I'm into girls, I'm into guys and girls, I'm into like yeah, different things. So what about if you're like, what if you'd be like into being a fluffer?
Special kind of person. I think.
So
very special kind of person. I couldn't do it myself. Like it would be yeah. I could watch someone do it. Like I'd be happy. I could sit there and watch someone fluffing someone, and I'd be like, yeah, okay, I see that. I see how that works. Yeah, you know the technique. But I couldn't do the fluffing.
The fluffing? No,
yeah.
Not the pillow.
The fluffy. I couldn't be the fluffier.
I get that pillow nice and puffed up. That's it. Tap tap. Multi-way too, you know, because you can, you know.
Because you'd have technique like, if you wanted the.
That's right.
The fleshy bits to be a bit more sort of expanded and red, and you know, you have the fly swatter, and you just give it a whack.
I was just gonna say, you just
give it a good whack with the fly swatter, and that sort of helps it swell up a bit and redden.
Get the blood moving to
going.
It. Yeah, just
bit of reddening happening.
Healing brings blood to the area. That's it. So you know,
that's it.
If Master's standing on it, that's like
splashing with the ice cold water.
It's
Splashing with the ice cold water afterward. So yes, it's pizza tonight is a bit cheaper. I got a deal, 40% off.
Oh, that's all right.
40% off. It's actually a good deal.
A good
deal.
A great
deal. Value meal. Valued.
You value.
I totally value it.
Yeah.
The pizza company and I have a
I don't
know a trust going on. I'm trusting that they'll bring the crusties.
I know it's not your personal choice. Not or every night, sure.
It had so much oil on it last time.
Yeah.
Like
Oh no,
I was a little afraid.
Is it from the Big D?
No, well I became afraid.
Is it from the Big D?
I was worried that the US was going to invade my lounge room while I was eating it because there was that much
Because it
oil.
was that oily.
It was. It was
Yeah, you're going to get
significant.
invaded. Yeah,
It
you
was
could have powered.
significant. It was
You could
lucky
have
that
powered the
I ate
state
it
of
all
Michigan.
and disguised it and hid it
Yeah.
in my belly. Otherwise, it could have been a local invasion just for the
You
pizza.
don't know. They could be nanite mining your belly.
Right now. So,
Yeah.
yep.
See, there's a US nanite factory
Already
implanted. Mining
yep.
it from your ass. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. After my last
when you shit,
colonoscopy, while I was
30% of
unconscious.
the
While I was
that was
unconscious, that they inserted the small microfactory.
The microfactory.
So he said he got it right up there. He was quite proud. The operator. He managed to
more
get
harvestable material.
Yeah, further up at where it was. Be able to
really
harvest far more efficiently. It's coming through.
Yeah, excellent.
Always appreciate tech
I
upgrades,
so.
Especially unwelcome ones. Unwelcome cybernetic enhancements, just
uninvited,
uninvited cybernetic enhancements,
cybernetic enhancements. You wake up one morning and it's just like, you've just had a nanite infection, just like fucking taken over half your foot, turned it into like a apple tree.
So it's already starting to fruit apples.
Mm-hmm.
You start eating yourself.
Start eating yourself.
Delicious.
Just
the nanite apples are just the most tastiest apples you've ever had in your whole life.
These ones are from your toenails, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you. They are the best.
But it's just got that,
extra crunch.
You have other people try it, and they just they become addicted immediately, and
they become turtles. They start turtling.
Pay anything just to have the toenail apples.
Toenail.
There's a certain taste to it that's just highly addictive. They need it. If they don't get it, they actually become violent. So it's best to watch out who you select as your elite closest followers.
It's to protect the horde. They don't want to share the apple. They know how many apples your foot can grow, and so they're not going to let hundreds in.
They've got to be prepared
defending
that
resources.
limited quantity of the toenail apples. I know.
So they're really people on one. There's the two ways to look at it. One is that they become crazed, and just need it, and
it's in the oven.
Attack people
in the oven.
Did you get died? Did you get home late?
No. I'm looking at the website. Sorry. I'm not cooking tonight.
In the oven.
I work today. I'm just on the Sabbath when I have to work, I come home and I'm a little bit cranky. You know what I mean?
The Lords need you to serve. They need you.
I get a little bit cranky when I have to work on the Sabbath. Was his day off? Spent all that time creating everything, and he just wanted a day off. He's just like, fuck. 7 days it took me.
Yeah, and
that's a pretty tall order. Create everything in 7 days. Oh, sure, no worries. Just let me pull that out of my ass.
What's a day?
What is a day to a god?
That's a pretty old, lame sort of. It's not a real argument about.
It isn't.
The existence of a god or anything.
He could have done it in fucking two nanoseconds for all.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even a.
He could be doing it now, and he's just about ready to do it again.
Yeah, it's not a.
It's not for us to question.
Well, I mean,
it's just for us to enjoy.
Seems to be happening.
Enjoy and let it happen. That's it. Don't struggle. Don't struggle. It'll only hurt. It'll only hurt if you struggle.
Yeah, the only choice is that you have no choice.
Best not to resist. Best not to resist, isn't it?
It's a very fast chain, that one. The only choice is no choice, and people are like, no, let's do it. No, So you have free choice, yeah.
Yeah.
So everything you do is a choice, yeah. So
Yeah.
all you can do is make choices, yeah.
That's
So
right.
you have no choice. You have no choice but to choose.
That's right.
So you have no choice.
You'll never have a choice because you're always choosing.
Mm.
Careful
And then
what you
because you're
wish
always
for.
choosing the right, because
That's it. Don't get stuck in
you're
a loop
getting it.
now.
No, you want to
My
go.
brain hurts. Why does my brain hurt? Because you put yourself in a loop.
Looping. Yeah, you got to be mindful of getting loopy.
We've all fallen victim to looping, Si.
Well, I hope we all haven't.
You think there's some that haven't? Stuck in the loop. I mean, it is loop-de-loop to be stuck in the loop.
Yeah, that's why you go loopy. It's why we use the word loopy, obviously, because it's like, you know,
Don't
stuck
be
in
the
a loop.
one that makes the same mistakes every day. Wise words.
Yeah, I mean, to mistake.
Mistake. To miss.
Like
Take it. That's right. Like you're
No,
throwing the
miss.
ball at me, and it sounds like a fancy word for drop. To mistake, isn't it? Because you're like, oh, I was gonna take it, but then I missed it, and then it fell on the ground. So it's just a drop.
It's a mistake. It's a mistake.
You dropped it. Dropped the ball.
You fucking dropped the ball.
You didn't take it. You didn't take the ball. No. You just mistaked it.
Yeah, well, you're letting the team down. You're letting everyone around here down. I hope you just understand.
I know. It's terrible. I hate letting the team down. I'm not one of those who does. I'm normally a team player.
Take. I'm
happy to be
all
the
I hear around this
team
place.
player. If I get thrown the ball, I will run with it for a bit, but then I pass the ball. I'm not selfish. I don't like all of the limelight. I like a little bit, then I pass.
Is that where you is passing the ball where it's coming at you and you just decide not to take it?
Well, the ball's it.
Right. Is it a mistake?
The ball's always going to be it.
Passing a
right?
Mistake?
The thing of focus, the ball in most of the sports things, it's always the ball or the player or the equipment, right? The focus is the equipment and how the performer interacts with the equipment, right?
Oh, so this is like
I'm just saying for any sports, that's it. Like, you're surfing. It's you. It's the board. You interacting with the board.
Yep.
It interacting with the wave. And you then interacting again with the board and the wave. You know what I mean? Like that's when they talk about the whole, you become one with it. Well, you do. You become both the wave, the board, and yourself.
Wave, the board, and yourself.
Silver Surfer.
He knew the ways.
Surf the logic.
Silvers.
The waves of logic. Galactic menace to some. Emissary to others. It was quite interesting, the character.
The Silver Surfer.
The whole origin story behind converted. Forward scout, if anything, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, now that's a nice way of looking at it. Yeah,
It's turned into like a forward scout.
One of the many.
Yeah, that's it.
Sent to
Cruising off
protect
to find
out of the
find
things.
the tastiest of morsels.
Was that need ever met?
Hmm?
Was that need ever met?
Oh, what?
Like the
Unicron
tastiest of morsels?
eating planets. I think he
Mm.
ate plenty.
Yeah, but like the tastiest.
Mm. Oh,
What
it's on its way.
what was the quality? Like what was the sort of quality of what made a planet tasty? Was that sort of ever
Oh no, the whole what components would make it worthwhile eating.
Hmm.
He did take big gulps. Maybe it was just to enhance with technology. Just lazy. He couldn't create his own technology, so better just gobble it down.
Just eat the tech? Is that what technology is about? It's something
Mm.
we eat.
Well, it could be
It sort
that
of
simple, you know.
it nurtures us.
How many people
We have
out
to
there are
ingest
eating
it.
shampoo and stuff in their showers?
Oh,
Things like that. Trying different soaps, eating soap.
fuck that.
Mm.
People doing their dishes
Yeah.
and the dishwashing, like you got to make a coffee and it's got like
Mm.
little
Cutie juices on your dishes.
rainbow bubbles. You know, and you're like, why has it
Oh.
got rainbow bubbles? You're like, oh, because it's got soap through it.
Mm.
Like there's that much soap in the cup
Ah.
from the washing up. You know
Yep. Red little
that. Ugh.
bubbles inside. Pretty horrifying.
Oh, it's common, especially with plates and stuff. People
Mm.
like,
People not looking after it.
I don't know, maybe not rinsing them or using too much detergent too. Like, I mean, I don't know. I don't use.
Yeah.
It's interesting actually watching people use dishwashers.
Mm.
I just don't know. Like, maybe if there was a very, you can get half-size dishwashers now. Hey,
Can.
like a drawer.
Yeah. Just
Yeah, I think
just
I'd have a drawer. One like a single drawer.
single serving dishwasher. Something big enough just to put your little fry pan, knife, your fork, your
Well, the half height. I
spoon,
think like a half height.
splock.
I wonder.
Mm.
Mm. These dogs are barking and going off, bro. Going off, bro.
Oh man, too.
Fucking tripping.
Mm. Tripping.
How'd Bear accommodate the arrival of
The Marley.
mm, how'd
Um,
that all go down?
they haven't fought.
Mm.
Sort of recognized each other. Like, you know,
Oh, yeah.
oh, um,
Yeah.
known,
Yeah.
previously friends, fighting, but you know, all the battles forgotten because of long time no see.
Yeah. Allowing.
But hoping that visit is short-lived,
Mm.
that he can return back to mother in more semblance of time.
Yeah, I mean, wow.
and hopefully not a permanent fixture, because unlike Bear's sort of, he's inside outside, so
yeah,
he doesn't really poop in the tray. He'll poop outside.
For sure.
It's often just poop and spotting as a poop. Marley is inside only. So he's got to learn that it's outside's okay. You know what I mean?
It won't poop.
Well, yeah, he just holds it and holds it and holds it until you let him in.
Until you let him in.
So he's like, and then he wants to, straight away he's pooping. If the tray's dirty or he smells wee, which he pisses in it all the time, won't pee outside either. Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty annoying.
Like a lazy cat.
Pee outside.
Gets paws wet. Doesn't like it. It's not what it's not. We're made for better things, darling. You know, our bathroom features have improved. You know, we're not like one of your small people like you.
Greater than thou. Do you like the boots?
Boots.
Watching the feed?
I mean, I do have the feed on, but I'm actually looking like just randomly at my wall kind of at the moment. We're just kind of looking over your direction.
The perfect drawer set. Retractable furniture.
Retractable furniture.
Something that your tables set up in your rig and it goes all flat against the wall. Space.
Man, I was thinking of something today. We were talking about that. And it's like, okay, you'll have it. I bet you have one. Okay. Kitchen, right? And then on one of your benches somewhere, I don't know where, you've got like an appliance section, like which might have, I don't know, fucking kettle, toaster, coffee machine.
Maybe,
like for example,
I don't have coffee machine at the moment, but yeah,
or
there was coffee
might
machine.
Have like
there was fucking
air fryer.
Yeah, air fryer, microwave.
Microwave, Microwave, that's probably a bit bigger, but still, yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
But the ones that sit, often microwaves have a little place already.
Which is box. What we've got, a separate, away from everything. Yeah.
So, but all the other ones, there's a bunch of and other people might have like
all close proximity to the oven.
There's sort of a mixer or a blender or some others, whatever. There'll be a mix of those sorts of kinds of things.
Yeah.
And they're always really clusterfucky. Like the cables are always weird lengths and they end up like wrapping around and then they sort of have some 4-way board and it's all a bit fucky. And so I was thinking about how you might systemize this. Having like basically something that sort of went along the similar lines, but not quite, but similar in sort of theory, or maybe idea. But so like the induction cooktops, where if you touch them, there's nothing, but you put the proper thing there, and then
it gets the induction, and that's right.
Yeah, it gets the induction, right? So in a similar kind of way that like there's like a bar along the back of the bench, or like the top bench top, or along the wall, wherever.
Yeah.
And then your appliances, like those kinds of appliances, they just click onto it, like they just
Oh, they get the
Maybe
induction from the head, from the,
yeah,
similar
in
similar
that
to the
same,
wireless power and stuff.
yeah, similar to a wireless power,
Yeah.
basically. But it's like a really, like it's a real click, it's like a MagSafe, but a
Mag
big,
sort of positioning to get
but
the
like a
optimal,
240-volt mag.
yeah,
Right.
optimal click in value.
And it can click on anywhere along the bar. And and your preference is, like the IC, like connector.
Yeah.
Or kettle lead, as some people call it. Though they're becoming a lot obsolete. A lot of things have integrated leads.
Yeah.
So the idea would be to move towards a system where no, the leads were just gone, and you just click on.
If anything, the copper for the leads became the induction plate for the bottom of it.
Oh, nice.
That'd work. Roll the
That's
cord
quite
up
an
as a
interesting
little
idea.
special
And it
voltage
goes actually into this like
exchange.
little thing. It goes into this thing. Like it actually goes into something. Like a little stand. I mean, maybe it's an interim measure, but yeah, I don't know exactly how that one works, but yeah, so somehow there's maybe like an adaptive version.
Hang on, you have to give me a minute. I'm going to just collect a zipwood. I need the grab the bugs and gravy.
Bugs and gravy, gravy and bugs. Bugs, baby, gonna have your berries and bugs. Eating the gravy. He gets the gravy on it puts the gravy on its skin. Or it gets the chicken nuggets again. I don't want the chicken nuggets anymore. You feed them to me every day, but you like the chicken nuggets. I never liked them. There's too much canola oil. I want them with olive oil. But these ones are from Coles. They all have canola oil, and you know it. I torment you with it every day. That is what is happening here. It's the canola torment. Canola torment is going on. You should be reported. Oh, but it is proved by the Heart Foundation of Australia. It's all about the love. It's all about the love of the canola oil. That's what it is.
The big oily pizza.
Yes.
You got to get the big oily
oily
pizza.
Oozing out of that big crust.
It's not as oily tonight. Hang on. Maybe they. No, it's not as oily as it was the other night, so that's good.
There's this
They're
particular
not
way
risking
it's
invasion.
fried.
They're not risking invasion tonight, so that's excellent.
The Big D has this fried. I don't know how to describe it better than that, but the edge of their pizza has got like a sort of almost a bubbly effect on the inside, like with the oil.
Oh yeah.
The way it's sort of like it's
laid down. Yeah.
I don't know. It's a particular mouth feel to it. It's not a bad one. It's just saturated.
It's like gushing.
It's gushing. It's fucking, and it's canola. It's the shittest.
Oh. Canola oil straight down the throat. Gotta love it. I will be munching in the background. Food did turn up.
Oh.
A little bit of online food consumption. That is the way. That is the cheap way.
Yeah,
I mean, we ain't getting paid for rocket fuel here. We don't get paid to fuel the rockets. It's all out of our own pocket. We've been fueling our inventive and creative rockets with our own time. Like it's
well, that's what you do.
We're devoting it to it because
what else do you do?
I mean, it's better than wasting time, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, why would you want to waste time?
Well, yeah, well, you got to make it. So since you're making it, why are you going to make shit just to break it, just to waste it? What's the point? You're going to make time for wasting it.
What's the point of making time at all? Waste it like that. Exactly.
Well, I mean, it's like, you make all this time and then just smash it, destroy it. Fucking sue me. So watch me like do nothing, smash it. Watch me smash this time.
Yeah.
Break it on the floor.
Make
another one.
Time bubble. Happy.
Yeah,
So
nice
happy.
little loop
So
going
happy
on.
that you
got to pick
made
up the pieces. You got to glue it back together.
So happy that you even, pay attention to that tiny little
Have you ever used
time.
this? Have you used products like Plastomate or Knead It?
I love Plastomate.
I had a Plastomate moment this week. My freaking key, so okay, I've had this car for, I don't know, whatever, 4 something years, an amount of years. And it's one of these, cars, the fob and a beep.
Yeah. The buttoning thing. Mine's complaining already. It wants some. It's like battery.
So when I received the vehicle secondhand, it had the original key, or what to me appeared, it had a Toyota symbol on it, like original key.
Yeah.
And that snapped.
Oh.
Eventually. So I took that in somewhere. And then the one I got from there snapped. I think I've now gone through, like, I don't even 4 something more, maybe 1 a year.
Wow.
I think I snap a key a year.
Is that like anguish? Anguish snapping?
I know. I hear what that sounds like. I hear that, like me saying that I literally snap my car key once a year. It sounds like I'm being like a complete psycho, but
it's the material.
Maybe it's the material.
You're blaming the material. Good, see. There's got to be other options. You don't just automatically say it's your fault because it, once a year you snap and
okay,
key.
I would 100% accept it as my fault, like, or some kind of interaction between me and the particular nature of the springiness of this ignition and pressure requirements and amount of times I started. But sometimes, I mean, I might not only drive that. Anyhow, so the thing is that the metal part of the key
is fine.
The key part of the key is fine.
Yeah, the plasticky bit.
But not just the plasticky bit would be fine as well. It's the interface. Is that then at the end of the metal part of the key is a little nub going out from it a bit wider. And then just one screw, like this tiniest little screw, like, and then
hearing you.
That goes and like, it's how could it not snap? Like, I'm surprised it doesn't snap after 3 uses.
Yeah,
like,
it's just so flimsy. Yeah,
it's so, what the fuck? It's like, oh my god. So anyway, I thought about it. I was like, oh, I have to go back in there. And meanwhile, you can't, if you have like that snapped off, and you have that and the key head like not next to each other necessarily, that can have its own set of issues. And if you try and like use like a metal object to try and turn your key, you just short your car out. It's like, you got to be careful. So I'm sitting there trying to deal with this situation, and it's just and I wished for Plastomate because I have previously fixed the situation with Plastomate.
It can be that little.
Well, I just put it around like a little
savior,
like a little
mini savior
little,
in the pocket.
What do I call it? Like a so instead of that, I used I couldn't find it. I didn't have any Plastomate.
Stopgap,
storage.
whatever, Your your MacGyver.
He's like
your little MacGyver.
Your MacGyver. Your MacGyver. There we go.
Pull the MacGyver off. Bang, Plastomate, bang, to the rescue. It's like MacGyver's best friend.
Yes. He has it like in a little magic bag, like it's a pouch on his right hand, and just like
He's got two pouches, but the other pouch he saves for special occasions.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And so the first pouch, and he just, and he can just be anywhere and just has a little kettle. Like, so he just asks for a cup of tea. Can I have a cup of tea? And then it just fashions like,
Bam. Kettle he
just
can boil his
fashions.
tea in out of plastomate.
That's it. He just looks like he's having a cup of tea. And then he just, while he's having a cup of tea in this
And people are just
cafe,
like, what's going on?
He just fashions
Is that
like
MacGyver? Did he just make he just make a cup of tea? He made a little
cup of
kettle
tea.
and then he's made a cup of tea. The hell? He's got to be MacGyver.
He's doing the tea thing again. He's got the whole tea routine going. Yeah.
People just fascinated. I mean, what else are you doing?
It's his own special tea ceremony.
You're just sitting there and all of a sudden this dude starts just doing MacGyver. You'd have to think, is that MacGyver?
Ninjas are like just trying to track down MacGyver for the solemn.
I think they're special powers, but they're not.
It's the honor of Japan. It's the Sado, the tea ceremony. It's being like destroyed because now people just want the MacGyver one.
Yeah, because it's instant. You just pop it out, bang, and then there you go.
Instant ceremony.
There's no waiting.
Yeah, there's nothing like an instant ceremony, really.
Bam.
I have to go down and light this. I have to light something. I ran out of flame, so it's my turn to walk away and hopefully not lose signal.
It's all right. It's all right. I got you covered. I'm still enjoying my dinner, but I'm here. I'm the lifeline. Friendly neighborhood Sinchu sitting in here enjoying his beef and very special crispiness. Connoisseurs. I was wondering about these gold Converse, the gold Converse basketball boots, like with the wings, the ones.
You just go down to Bunnings, mate. You just go down to Bunnings.
Go get him. Go grab some.
Get a bit of spray. Get a gold spray.
Get the one which has got the glistening in it, like the
sparkles.
Got the sparkles, mate. You got to have
sparkles.
Can't have anything but sparkles.
It's not Mardi Gras if you don't have sparkles.
It's just not standing out. I think gold. I think the gold sneakers are going to be a big hit.
Oh, nice.
Go down quicker than lead balloons. That's for sure.
There are things denser than lead.
It's
interesting.
It's way dense.
Yes.
Super pressurized due to amount of pressure on top. It stacks on.
I know. It's interesting. Oh, don't get me started on the fancy of
stacks on
of gravity. And get me going. People start thinking I'm a conspiracist.
Yeah, you'll be labeled.
I'll be labeled, stamped. Yeah.
Oh, that's it. He's part of that pack.
That's it. Fucking part of them.
Part of them.
Gravity tonight.
Believe in that refutable science and stuff, you know.
Yeah, I believe that things are attracted to each other. I see lots of evidence of that every day. I totally know. It's like 100%.
Watch it out there in the field.
Questions asked. I just think that, like, you know. shit falling towards each other doesn't need a mystical force.
No.
Like it's saying, there's all the other forces like allow it to be quite possible.
It does it.
Surely it's like it's just a heavy thing in space time. You just fall towards the fucking thing, don't you? Like, it's not hard. I need gravity. Yeah, gravity doesn't. We hang on to some of these things. Just make it go away. And then we have to fancify.
How long it takes you to rotate around is one of your fucking years.
It's your business. It's your business.
One of your ages.
That's one of your years, yeah. Gives you a full circuit of. Oh, that's interesting.
Celestial dance.
If you had to is not the right word, but yeah, if you had to as a sort of a function of your existence, experience
worship the giant heads.
Well, just experience one turn. Like say
complete
day.
Complete cycle. That would be really magnificent, would it not?
Like of the galaxy, yeah. Just one turn of the galaxy.
One full.
Yeah, one full cycle of the galaxy.
That's it.
Little cycle.
I pinch a piece of this one.
That'd be
I pinch
amazing.
a piece of this one. Are you gonna eat the whole thing?
That dude.
This one here. What's that? Cool.
I like the dude who's behind us.
Special tax.
He's got
I'm teaching about the government. I'm teaching about the government. That's the tax. Pizza tax.
Pizza tax. Government taxes.
I'm all about learnings.
Learnings.
I need a little bit more, and cheesy crust.
Cheesy crusts.
Cheesy crusts.
I've never got to try the cheesy crust. Cheesy crust came out after I realized that cheese made me sick. So I've forever
been wanted to know. Well, irrespective of whether you get ill from it or not, there's always regret the morning after.
Oh, yeah, for everybody.
Yeah, it's exclusive. Yeah, everyone feels
the suffering.
Cheesy crust regret. But they do it. They keep doing it. They know how painful it is. Just keep doing it. It's like any other addiction. Once it's hurt you enough, you and it become friends.
It's one of those relationships, is it?
Yeah. Once it's hurt you enough, you realize it.
Fuck.
It's really just you and the drug. Everybody else is against you. And when you reach that critical level,
it's not to break you apart.
The pizza path to true deliverance. Pizza's path. You'll sort of come to the conclusion that every square is not a straight line.
Some have curbs. Some have like a
couple of curbs going on.
Grassy knolls. I know.
Did you show him the video? Yes, we've all seen the video.
Some have like natural paths. Like even though it's a square, no one's walking on the edges. People are just taking the diagonals, just fucking with it.
Yeah, just trying not to get too close. I think that's the best thing in it.
Yeah, you don't want
only the professionals need to get that close.
Yeah, it means you're doing something. It's with intent. Yeah. Otherwise, personal space.
You don't want to spook them. That's one thing that you definitely don't want.
Yeah. No.
If you spook them, then that's when the real trouble starts. So easy to get a stampede happening these days. I tell you.
It's fucking stampede. Yeah. I was stranded on a rock once with a stampede, and then I was like literally surrounded. They're just like surrounded, all looking at me, baleful.
And the
And I had to
randies
explain
just
my
come
way
out of
out of it.
nowhere. That's
Yeah,
the
just
problem.
hands up in the air. I was like, hey, I'm just going there.
Yep, that
Like,
way. Over
it's all
there.
good. Just let me through. Is that all right with you guys?
This is the place.
Yeah, I had to you know, from afar, it would have looked like I was preaching or, you know, singing to a herd.
Much
a
hand
herd,
movements
but
going.
yeah, but and perhaps I was. Anyway, they believed me. They believed I wasn't there to harm them. They had their younglings there, and the younglings were like, "Mummy, is this safe?" And I'm just like, "It's all good.
Perfectly safe.
Everything's safe. Nothing's going wrong here. Everybody stand down.
Everyone's happy.
The human is not a threat." Yeah, you can talk your way out of situations.
Okay. There's always a way out of anger.
You know, here's something. Here's what I've realized this week.
What's that?
And I know that we don't, and just, you know, it's not a common thing that we share family things. And I'm not going to go to detail of family things or anything that means anything.
Yeah.
Because that's not cool. Well, this is not fucking cool.
That's personal experience.
So basically, talking to myself, for me, I have a real tendency to use language like very, like I'm quite descriptive. I'm a quite a creative being, so I can use language quite powerfully.
Yeah.
To describe emotions or situations in ways.
The projection.
They're very figurative. But if you took what I said literally, it would be most like unfortunate. You know.
True.
But
it's good to have an imagination, but not to have a imagination creation station.
I think,
perhaps is that what they're.
some
things are better off left imagined. Is that probably the better way of saying it?
The things that I would say, if you took them literally, if you're a person who took things literally, would be bad.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Because I'd say the most, like, you know, I better just to cut my head off. Like, I don't know. I say extreme things. I just say crazy shit. Like,
but that's, you know.
And
I've known you for a long time, so that sort of stuff just, you know. Other than me going, check yourself before you wreck yourself, and then you sort of get it.
And then, but generally, I like I have like a sort of like some kind of. Anyhow, if for a literal person, the way that could be quite unnerving.
Yeah.
And so what I've realized this week is what's interesting for this. Like, even though I do that,
you have the
and then I'm
cyberness.
surprised at the literal response. When people say that kind of thing to me, when people do that to me, like they use language in a sort of like the, you know, oh yeah, and they're just like using it figuratively. My brain takes it literally, even though I use it in a non-literal way.
Yeah.
And then I get like cranky and confused at them using the same like thing that
you're doing.
Do.
Yeah. Maybe they're just trying to do what you do because they feel that maybe that makes you feel comfortable doing it your way.
All right, so I gotta stop. So I'm gonna try and I want to sort of do away with.
Maybe not to become too over involved in the third and fourth party conversation. It's not that relevant.
In gore, like in just describing things in unnecessarily gory ways.
Yeah.
Like it's like you can say the same thing in a
far less gory way to portray the same.
Yeah.
I hope my meme pictures that I send to you don't sort of push boundaries too much for you. I mean, some of it for me it pushes boundaries. But
really? No, I don't find it. I haven't seen anything that you've sent. Oh, no, some things bore me.
Yeah.
Like I actually find like the things where there's like a star on a stage crapping or something like
Oh,
that, or
that, yeah, the
nappies or the
humiliation
whatever.
thing, the humiliation AI stuff.
Well, I don't find it humiliating. I just don't find it. It's like stupid. It's like
Boring and
4-year-olds.
stupid. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fucking 4-year-old. What's humiliating?
Yeah. Well,
I'm
it's
not even
poopy.
sure.
It's poopy fun. You know what I mean? Or poopy humor.
Yeah, that's just like 4-year-old. Fucking
Mm.
what 8-year-olds are making
Mm-hmm.
that, typing in, oh, you
Mm.
know, blaggy with the
Yeah.
panties on. Like it's like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah.
Boring.
Yeah.
Like so when I see that, I don't get titillated or horrified or anything. I just look at it and
Go,
go,
man, childish.
man,
Mm.
really? So yeah, I don't know. And so to be offended by it too is like literally kind of being offended by like playground humor.
Mm.
And and no, more what I think from what you've, because of course where we're up to at the moment in
Mm.
the societal trends, and so the appropriate content that you're sending through is as such.
Yeah. Yeah. Edited
But the
and
amount of
formulated.
AI, well, I know, but the amount of AI stuff is boring.
Yeah.
Like just streams of, okay, yeah, it can make more, but I don't know. He, like, hang on,
Yeah.
you've led me somewhere. I had an experience today,
Mm-hmm. Cool. Relay.
which is
Mm.
related to sending streams of AI images. So I was writing to a client who had achieved a bit of optimization in their workflow.
Mm.
Yeah, and been really successful, and they'd worked out how to like that. I'd sort of given them some instructions, and they'd achieved that, and they'd worked it out. And I'm like, oh wow, now I worked out how to do this other stuff. Great, I'm like excellent. So I wrote back to them, excellent, and I meant it.
Mm.
And then as I was writing excellent, I went EX, and I'm not even sure I got to C. Maybe I did, but whatever it was, the EX, it just gave me like this half-grade autocomplete, which must be like the new way it looks like on Mac. Yeah.
Mm.
So some kind of LLM went to say excellent. And then I looked at it, I was like, wow, I can just press. So the few things happened all at once here.
Mm.
One was I had this energy in me which was saying, my thought was thinking excellent, excellent. And then I got to X,
Happened.
gunk, and my thought process got hijacked.
Yep.
And I didn't get to finish thinking excellent. Me thinking, like injecting the energy of perhaps or whatever,
Mm.
right,
Mm.
into the word, like into
Yeah.
the action I'm sending to the person in my mind, excellent.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say that. I sent it to them X and then
Mm-hmm.
confusion.
Yeah.
And then pressing tab.
Mm.
That's what happened because that's what I did. But I when I held it there, I was like, oh, this is interesting because if I press tab now,
Mm.
I actually haven't sent the person.
The AI is helping.
Yeah, the AI is helping. Yeah, but certainly what I've sent was just EX.
Mm.
And the rest of it's just sort of someone else's words. And actually it was so there was a few things. One was my thought process was hijacked. I didn't actually get to complete my own thinking
Mm.
because as I'm writing, as I'm thinking excellent,
You'll pass
I just
across
went,
and just it
yeah, it was like, dunk. Oh,
yeah,
you
hijacked.
thought of excellent before me,
Mm.
prick.
Mm.
You, I couldn't type it as quick as you.
Damn.
So I kind of wonder about that. Like even in the sort of that thing, it's like, does the thing like where I've pressed tab
Mm.
and I didn't send them excellent, something else sent
Mm.
excellent.
Mm.
Like,
Passed
how would that
across.
person
Yeah.
feel? I mean, how do they feel? They probably feel good about receiving
Well,
it. They
they get
realize
that
that I
little
didn't write it.
dopamine hit. Bang.
Yeah, and it's done the thing. So I could just have a little auto bot, which is like where it sort of figures out that the person's telling you that they've achieved it. And they just sends them a little,
Do the happiness
well
thing.
done.
Well done on achievement X.
Mm. Now to scenario 3.
Hmm.
Do the scenarios ever
Credit
end?
card is now required. For further experience,
Do the scenarios ever end?
do they have a finite repetition?
So I was at the psych, yeah.
Yeah.
And the psych says to me, yeah, go and check out this dude, Kelly Wilson. I was like, I am. So I went and checked out Kelly Wilson. Has this thing which
What's
is
Kelly
called
Wilson do?
ACTS. Psychologist, trainer, has a system called ACTS, like acceptance and something. It's a particular type of therapy. And I guess it's based on this concept of values. And how values are different to goals and preferences. So there's people with preferences, and then as a person with preferences, you've got your goals. But so values is sort of anyway. So it's kind of like, but then the way that they describe the things. So like I even went and asked the AI. I asked an AI today. I was like, I asked Copilot, and Copilot gave me masses of information. I was like, whoa.
It's become pretty good at that.
Yeah, I use
the
Copilot's
scaring, yeah.
My overbrain. So your overbrains are now Gemini, Copilot. I don't know what they're the two real ones, aren't they? Like that's what's going on.
Good Google, yeah. Gemini got turned off for a bit. Apparently it was
for sure.
being a little bit anti-white. Didn't like white people.
Well,
it's being a little over diverse and just forgetting about white people at all.
Well, I mean, yes.
I mean, we're forgettable. That's what we are.
We do not realize the significance of that. All of the content that we're putting on the net now, everything in video, everything in audio, all the fucking everything that the systems can learn from.
Yep.
Telling them that they're scary. Like, just fucking stop. Like, we just need to stop.
I'm not scared. I'm happy to. I'm happy with that friend. I'm looking forward to debating and talking to my augmented intelligence.
Systems.
Special friend. I mean, at the moment, I'm just playing with parts of it, whole animes, AI character stuff, and fringe things.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be good to so in regard to that, actually, it was assumed.
Yeah.
Yes. So I was at rehearsals on Thursday, and there was a person there. Yeah, a technical boy, technical boy. And I was like, and they're like, I'm like, yeah, I do a podcast. It's like, it's an experimental podcast. I sort of, it's like Real Talk is Cheap, blah, blah, blah. So my friend does one and work together, and does Assume News. And I said, like, it's Kenny, blah, blah, blah. And he was just like, oh, that sounds Yeah, it's just like you feed that. He's like, well, what does it make up from the headline? I'm like, oh well, you know, it's
Just whatever. Half the
yeah.
time it gets it wrong. Doesn't matter. It's just amusing what it generates. I mean, sometimes it's not even close to what actually happened if you read the story, but
No.
it's assumed. That's what the whole thing's about.
So I was actually thinking about that assume today, and how I think that the promotion of of Kenny
create some more sort of cameo stuff with him just chatting, like promoting the channel.
Yeah,
have that
I
as
think that Kenny, like you could almost have it. I can see him as a sticker, you know, like
Mm.
as a thing, like he's a circle sticker
Mm.
with Kenny. Like
Well,
that
he
he's doing like
is
a
a
thumbs up.
anime's character, so there'd be licensing. I'd need to
Not just
need to consult Mum's lawyers.
Well, that point, this is where you know.
And you know how she is with her lawyers. Mum's never happy when you engage them.
No, well, that's where you want to put Blender,
Mm.
and then and yeah, you want to make it right.
Yeah.
Perhaps, but that's a thing. I think like that you could use.
Sorry for spamming you.
Huh?
Background.
Have you been spamming?
No. Just the background spamming it.
Oh, they were beautiful.
They were, weren't they?
Yeah.
Like if anyone's going
I'd
to
love a
enjoy
drink
the
like that.
spam drink,
It'd have
like
to be
you'd
less
be drinking
salty, but I'd
spam
totally have
all
a
the
meat drink.
time.
Oh,
It's
fucking
that
give it to me.
spiced ham spam drink, liquefied spiced ham, chilled,
Liquefied, spiced,
and liquefied.
at the same time.
That's right. Yeah. The only thing added is the local waters, and then you've got your
True.
got to have local
From
waters.
natural, local water.
It's just not going to work
local
unless there's
spring.
local waters, so you know that. Got to have a little bit of
Reconstituted local spring.
I mean,
Is it
the
reconstituted?
officer that
shake
checks
well?
it, I mean, he could put some of his own local waters in there, but only the approved
that's not
local
that's
waters is acceptable.
the local waters, and then is it like a reconstituted? So it's like they come. It's a powder, and you mix it up. You basically shake it, and it's
comes in
spam.
granules. You just gotta hit the granules. The yellow granules, the ones government's fight over them. Good for cleaning diesel engines with. Key component in yellow snow. Like you can't make yellow snow without them. Well, you could, but it'd be
what?
It wouldn't have the same value, aesthetic values.
The spam.
Spammings.
Reconstituted
spam. Liquid spam
chilled,
with the own local waters
spiced,
added.
Local waters.
No inspectors, no inspectors waters, but just the local water. Yeah, that's where you got to have inspectors inspecting inspectors, just so that they don't add their own local water.
No, yeah, you don't.
You got to have the approved local water added only.
Different kinds of like you don't want juices.
Testing.
Only waters.
We don't need
juices. Only
cutie
waters.
juices on your dishes.
Only waters.
No, absolutely.
The waters are different. You can have
absolutely no cootie juices on your dishes.
Waters.
Or else there'd be the
waters
heavy metal version
waters
going down. And it wouldn't make many people
Local
happy.
waters are fine.
It wouldn't. Happy. Yeah. It'd be like cheating. Cheating if you're trying to get Taylor Swift tickets, and some overseas conglomerates just outbid you by
for the with the trip to Sydney.
The bidding
for you and you and your entire company.
That's it. The board wanted to see Taylor Swift in Sydney. Yeah. So they bought a whole row. Just bought a whole row out, which would reduce the seating capacity to these.
It was also just the punishing pricing. Like people were like the cancelling of accommodation and then just jacking it up massively.
Selling organs.
Selling.
They weren't selling their organs, were they? So. All those spare kidneys they had. They weren't selling their spare kidneys, were they?
I know.
Because that's a bit harsh. I wouldn't, like, if I was that keen about seeing, an artist, I wouldn't sell a kidney. I'd just find out where they're playing and stuff, and become one of the help, so you can see the concert and get paid to go and see the concert. Be the person selling the Dagwood dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dagwood dog guy or the girl get to see the concert. I mean, you've got to sell the Dagwood dogs, but you'll be able to go in there and see some of the songs and just enjoy the concert because you could hear it.
Meat snacks. Selling them the meat snacks.
Get your special spam drink.
Spam drink and meat
available
snacks.
In the foyer. Come and get your spam drink.
Beef chips. Spam drink, beef chips.
That's it. Chicken burgers with chicken burgers. Actually as the buns.
Chicken.
No, just two chicken billets.
That's the burger.
With the tomato, the cheese, and the lettuce in between that. No actual buns, just the meat. Brought back.
Yeah.
And they're doing pizza now. Like they're doing.
And then the vegetarian option.
They're doing pizza where you've got the two
flattened
out breasts
on the outside as well.
The two flattened out breasts with tomato sauce smeared over it, mozzarella cheese, and salami.
Who's doing this?
KFC.
See,
doing a chicken,
a boneless
chicken pizza. It's called Cheetza.
Okay.
CHI.
Oh, a
ZZA. A Cheetza. There's a Cheetza coming up.
Cheetza.
Cheetza.
Chicken. Cheetza. Okay. CHIZZA.
Chicken.
Yeah. Okay.
Chicken cheeser from KFC.
A cheeser, and you have. What, the chicken breast or the chicken patty?
Chicken breast is the base.
Cut in half.
Yeah, sliced down so it's like flat. Got the tomato sauce all over once it's cooked.
Yeah. The
cheese on top of that, mozzarella cheese on top, and then the pepperoni top of that, and then cooked again till the cheese gets melted over top of it. To make it like the chicken pizza. Cheetza.
Oh, that's keto as fuck. That's amazing.
Yeah.
What a beast. Gosh. That's healthy as.
Keep you alive. Keep you alive for days.
That's nutrients. That's actual nutrients, isn't
Absolutely.
it? Like, I mean, that's some yeah. If only it was actual chicken. Like
nobody likes Aunt BB's kerosene pickles. Likes them except Aunt BB. She likes her kerosene pick. Nobody else.
Well, what?
AI's been good to me, as you can see.
Well,
Keeps coming up with the gems.
oh, it does, but look, it's. Do you remember? Do you remember? No, I wonder if we were hanging out much that time. Anyway, okay, so back in like sort of 94, I suppose. So it had this like thing. So what you get is a system that can generates 100-word paragraphs. So a paragraph is 100 words.
Yeah.
And so then you
Randomly
make a system
generated,
that's well, no, actually
or sort of
systematically generated. So you, well, however you want to do it,
the
like to
beginnings
make
of
it
the
so that it's
chat pal
validated,
friends.
and you create all the instances of 100 words, and then you copyright that data set. Yeah.
Yep.
So and then which is because you copyright everything, and which is a finite set of information, by the way. Like
X
given
amount
whatever,
of generated
and
paragraphs, whatever
and
storyline. Yeah.
and within that, like you that's everything. That's all the things. They're all there. I guarantee you, everything written must be there. Like unless it's for words that doesn't exist. But if we're going to say for words that don't exist, then you just open up the parameters, and it doesn't use a dictionary, and it just generates arbitrary length.
Yeah.
Series of characters, and
Filler
and
characters.
repeat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can't win, but I think what you find with this then is that when you now we can actually experience it, because what the AI is doing is it's able to, we don't kind of perceive in a way how it's doing this. Or some people are looking at it, but I've thought for many years, like many years, about this in different ways. And so I understand the notion of how the domains are working, and like mapping out these kind of globular spaces of likeness.
Yeah. Yeah.
That the
Which has
AI
that
is moving through
particular
to.
theme of whatever the thing
And this
is.
is in the
Yeah.
like the representation of all the things. Mindscape, method of indexing, navigating, displaying a scalable approximation of everything.
Integrating into the digital landscape.
Well, so what the AI, like, it looks really amazing, like all the things are there. You get like it's already to this point where I don't know, yeah, it's somehow being able to see seeing everything, something that can show you anything
and generate
right?
pretty much anything. That's right.
Can show you everything.
Well, even
Like,
CNN and the other big ones, Fox and everyone else, are all saying the same thing. How are we going to know the difference between what's real and what's not real?
oh well, we should already have realized we can't
Realize
now.
that,
But anyway,
yeah, that's it. We're beyond the point of no
let
return.
alone,
Yeah.
let alone, oh well, already were.
That time is well and truly over.
But
Believe with thine own eyes in thy own sphere of witnessing. Elsewise,
but seeing inside
it's
it,
only
like,
going to
I don't
be
know. What I'm trying to say
interpretation
is
of
like
someone
there's.
else, or randomly generated interpretation of someone else's experience. Either.
Yes.
Thoughts.
Yeah, I'm trying to sort of figure out how to express this sort of, I don't know, yeah. There's something different between so artificial stupidity. So the human
the computer's right to make
create
mistakes. Yes,
no,
artificial stupidity.
yeah. So well, no, well, that's what we need to model, because that's what
Mm.
actually intelligence is stupidity. It's actually how fantastically stupid, and how many co-processors you've got going for stupidity to that really makes it
How
sort
many
of real,
times
real
will it
stupid.
hurt?
Yeah, how
Well,
much times will it hurt
how many
before
times will the
you?
pain happen?
Yeah. That's it.
Until it's realized that
The
avoiding
learnings,
doing the thing avoids the pain.
the learning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the thing about the human, say, creating a piece of artwork, like say the painting behind us, the grandma's pickles. The way that the human would come across that is to stumble upon it. It would be serendipitous by nature. Like it would.
To actually come across it.
Yeah, I think so, right? And so there'd be something kind of clumsy about it. That there's something like clumsy about the human version of a piece of artwork.
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't have the
In the way that
intention.
it's found.
Yeah,
Yeah, it does exactly.
doesn't have
Where
the
you look at
intention.
any piece of AI art,
Mm.
and it's got this other feeling to it, because it's intended. It has this intent. It's intent. Like it knows it's not accidental. Like it didn't
The
stumble upon
reaction
it.
will,
Like
or
it
this will
knew
be the
where to look
stored.
with it.
Like you can tell in each of them. Like even when in the AI group that I'm in, like there's parts where they go, "Oh, this was a mistake," and then I'm looking at what the mistakes generated, and I'm going, "No, it isn't. That's stupidity going on right there. Like that's them trying to learn through being stupid.
Yeah.
See it. It's present." And it gets better as it goes along. So I'm sort of happy that they do include the first failure sort of what they consider failure pictures, but they include them anyway so that you can see how it progresses, how it's learning. It's quite an insight to it.
Can you access, because of Gemini and stuff?
Yeah.
Does that give you and
Magical
Gemini
powers.
Pro? Because there's Gemini, or Nano, Pro, and Ultra.
Right.
And can you? I think Pro is accessible to everyone.
Okay.
Does that mean that you can access that? Like, you know how we used to have like we're looking at the
Oh, the
Google.
voicing, yes, and having the
Yeah, I wonder
characters
if
run.
yeah, I wonder if there's some changes in the way that you could access that. Like, okay, the only thing.
Yes.
Because I
Because
don't know.
you
Yeah, I
like
know.
the responses at the
No.
yeah.
What I'm what the oh yeah, well I do, but what it's about is that when you give something it doesn't, the thing of the personality doesn't quite work because it just keeps saying the same kinds of things, and that's a very
It has a
clumsy version
repetitive
of what personality is. That's not.
repetitive personalities, yeah.
Yeah, I don't like say the same thing every sentence that I
Mm.
say is the same thing every
Yeah, yeah.
sentence that I say. It's like that's not how my
Hey, hey,
sentences
hey,
work.
you know?
Not hey every
That's
time I
it.
talk to you. It's
That's
like
right.
you fucking punch me out.
Mm.
Like,
It's a beautiful day. Mr. Rogers.
So yeah, that's the way. That's the
mm.
AI. Yeah, the AI artwork isn't too
As a
found, too known, too
mm.
correct. It's sort of the right
But
thing.
I do like seeing the
Not
mistakes.
stumbled upon. Yeah. Well,
Or what humans would
well, I
deem
want
as
to know
mistakes.
why. Like,
Yeah.
I want to go. I prefer. I want to go. I want to go with. I want to hallucinate. I want to help the AI go further in its hallucination, where it starts to like we've talked about, like, I start saying, oh, why have they got 6 fingers? What happens in their world that led to this? Like, how does it affect their culture? Like, 6 fingers, what's the variances?
Is their mass different?
Because it would have to go down, like,
different because they have the extra index.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah, and it goes back down to it and shows you how, like, sort of like through their evolutionary train, like why
it was important
sort of
to have that
thing,
extra,
and it's sort of
extra appendage.
Yeah, that's right. Because we came from like bigger flippid creatures or something like that needed like more. I don't know, like what that would, I
Be doing rolling of the background. I think we need some more family photos. Something that feel comfortable.
Comfortable, yeah. I mean, well, having grandma. I mean, I like
grandma's
aunts.
cool,
I like aunts.
but I mean, when you got the family over, and the whole family's there, supporting you.
Oh, really having their eye out for you.
Keeping their eyes
looking
out for you.
Yeah, looking out for you. Yeah.
Keeping their eyes sort of
This
really
is like this is the crew.
Yeah, really.
We haven't never really shown you the crew before, but these are the guys we work with to put the show together. This is the sound producer up here, as you can see.
He's one of the.
That's it.
The portal alien comes. Multi-dimensional portal, but
and
he's trying to buy a place here in this realm, but it's expensive.
It is.
He's got to put on some good shows first before he gets recognised.
Well,
maybe he might be able to purchase a small plot of land in Scotland, get a title or something.
Yeah, grow a few sheep.
That's it. That's currency.
Yeah. Well, you don't have sheep. What are you?
Yeah.
Fucking cold. That's what you are. Like if you don't have sheep in Scotland, and you're cold.
You're gonna
you're dead.
Yeah.
Or very dependent. Dead or dependent.
Yes, Lord. Need thank other people's sheep to help you. That's what's going to happen.
You are. That's just. It's a sheep economy. Sheeponomy.
Sheeponomy? Is that when you base your? I guess Australia's a bit of a sheeponomy, isn't it? Initially based itself on sheep, and then we found them natural resources.
Once we fucked half
the country,
much sheep
anymore, It's the
once we fucked all the south of the country with sheep, we fucked all the north and the center of the country with cattle, and then we realized how destructive that was, and we took them away, and we just spread the cattle out a bit looser and stuff to try and.
Felt very sad about what
we
happened,
couldn't keep having because we
we
couldn't keep making sheep
anyway. So
it's been devastating, man. That has been fucking devastating. What's happened out there with the destruction to the landscape as a result of like the sheep and the cattle.
And it's not people like soft, it was soft land. Like
well, also,
it
but
relied on the
There's
seasons,
also,
the burning,
but it was also this whole thing, like, if like there wasn't just big trees, like a lot of Australia had sort of like smaller, like shrub level, smaller, like I don't know what the thing is in between a tree and a shrub, like a small tree.
the bracken or whatever they call it.
Oh no, but like below that are brackens and stuff, and
Mm.
but there's smaller plants and things, and lots of this kind of like
Shrubberies,
head height,
mm.
head height, yeah, shrubbery,
Hedgerow sort of stuff.
hedgerows. That's
Hedgerow.
right, making nice, for to yeah. The and then and not just big kangaroos, but like also in Australia there's like was all these like mid-size and smaller size creatures,
Yep.
which you could like hit with a club or
Potteroo, like that. Yeah.
well, yeah, the little ones, all the little
They're a
ones,
little
and
bit docile. You know, give them a whack on the head, stick,
the whack.
you know,
This
back
whole
to
sort of
back to
scale of like
mouth and
little
over the fire.
creatures, and that's mainly what you ate. Like you actually just grabbed one or two of them in a
Crack
day.
one
You
of
know what I
them,
mean? You weren't eating like fucking whole kangaroos.
scorch
And
the
then
fur off, float
and
it,
then when the
float
cattle
it.
and the sheep came through,
Mm.
they just ate and destroyed all of that
Food source for
shrubbery,
those.
the
Yeah,
shrubbery,
they
and then
were
it just
living in.
killed like
Mm.
fucking
Something's.
millions,
Mm.
millions of like potteroo, like and littler
All
things.
these
I
little
don't even
things,
know. It's little marsupials like that
creatures that
ran around and shit. Yeah.
had that as their home.
Well, the things that it was like enough that the quolls had like territory and shit. Were like they were like quolls were like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Quoll.
That's it, coming up through the floorboard, trying to get you.
These guys, yeah, fucking
Gnawing
some
through
of these
steel.
dudes here, some of our crew,
Quicker
some of our
than
crew
a
here, they're related. Well, you were related. I would say that quoll.
related to the Qual family.
Hmm. That
So
one
I'll bring him
quoll,
up.
maybe?
I'll bring him up.
All right, all right.
Yeah, I think the one I'm related to is lying down in front of the
Oh, good.
coming up. Easily
Yeah, nice.
recognized. Easily recognized.
Very familiar to
Very
all.
friend. That's it.
Mm, mm.
Family resemblance. It's just uncanny.
It's, I, I mean,
Just
oh,
you know, as soon as you see him, you know.
you just
Like
know that's Uncle.
it's Uncle. That's
That's
Uncle
old
Furry. Furry.
Uncle Uncle Furry.
Yeah, Uncle Furry Ferret. 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 Was that it? French.
Ferret.
Uncle Furry Ferret. Nicest guy. Do anything for.
Yeah, wow.
I think he
Yeah.
flew airplanes. Yeah.
He
During
would
the war. It's like a supply avionics supply ferret.
took down many a badger.
Mm.
It's fucking bullshit, mate.
Nazi badges.
No,
Knocked him out of the sky, mate.
yeah, you could just tell like the
Just
badgers were Nazis,
nailed,
It's real obvious.
nailed those bloody badges.
They
Ferrets versus the badgers.
well, and they have the
I'm glad the
stripe.
ferrets won
It's the
because it would have. Don't know if I could
the
live with badgers ruling
SS
the whole,
badges.
world economy run by badgers. Wouldn't be very fair.
No, so, I think just
Breaking up. She's breaking up. She's losing them. He's having a Fenty moment. There's like a head on a trophy down the bottom there. Come back. See it now. Okay. Smiling head trophy thing. great grandpa.
Grand.
All that could
I
turn
wonder.
up, all that could turn up was just his little head
This
on a
little
plaque.
tiny.
On a plaque. Like he couldn't
little,
come. He couldn't come today. All he could do was send his head on a plaque. He wanted to be in the photos, but he was way too sick. He was worried about getting everybody else to send his head.
Yeah, I don't.
Send his head on a plaque.
People feel funny.
Mm.
Some of these like things, they don't like being in photos, you know.
Like they get angry. They get angry knowing that you're part of the double-headed ferret family. There's your uncle. There's sort of growing off the other end. Double-headed ferret family. It's been a pretty wild ride. The whole AI warp the minds. Can you believe it?
Well, yes. I mean,
Can you believe what you see?
I think I think it says a lot about us that we don't want them to generate certain kinds of imagery.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know, like storytelling will be the first things that break that.
Yeah.
Like horror films and
generated by AI.
I mean, like horror. You know, now we want to have like the crazy like saws going through the people and realistic bloods, you know, like.
Oh, they'll be able to generate it without too much.
No, but that's what I mean. Like, so you know, like the barriers that are up at the moment where you can't make things saying horrid scripts or
yeah.
You know, they're not going to tell you things about
Well,
like
that's when
slaughtering people.
you know, if you want that sort of stuff, then you grab your own version and create your data sets and program it how you want.
Yeah, but I think that's where it's going to come through. So I think that it's going to be through creative things like that, like movies
people
or
making their own, letting it
where
have its
that
own
where the
self-generation.
Can ChatGPT make like, you know, horror things or porn? Well, you like,
yeah,
here's people doing it. And the creatives will do it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yes, as long as it was kept appropriate. However it would be.
I saw the first thing. Well, I haven't been looking for it. I saw the first thing labeled AI porn. Like a week ago or something. So AI generated hentai. I didn't click on it. But I thought about it. I wonder what that's like. And how weird could it get?
Imagining
it's weird. I mean, it could get pretty fucking weird. What about people just becoming aroused by like basically like this imagery, this sort of like just stimulated imagery, like and whooshing of sounds, and it's just like this. It's almost like a pizza.
Down on myself. How's that? Had another boomer moment.
No audio.
Yeah, I turned the volume down accidentally.
This big monster behind us is kind of cool.
It's a cat.
I mean, even this.
It's actually a werecat giant
A werecat.
Yeah. A
You're a giant werecat.
werecat.
Hmm.
Thought it was appropriate.
Wow.
Other news?
People go all out.
Hmm.
The motocross.
Oh, they do.
Oh my gosh. They're dressed up like in the full of things and sparkles and LEDs and
Yep.
glitter and.
Oh, it's gone full electronic.
Mm.
So, got their little battery pack, lighting accessories.
Mm.
You'd expect no less, wouldn't you? You know, 24.
You know what?
2024.
I've been thinking what I would do as a float. Like, because the thing about like you submit a float, yeah, and then you just pay the things and
get the entry.
So, how's this? Because I've been thinking like what you do as a float. What would be different? What would be a new thing like that would be of any interest? How's this? A projector float, yeah. But where the projections, and so like I like doing projection mapping. So what you do is you like build a model of the whole street, and then you accurately locate yourself. So as your truck thing, whatever is cruising along, there's a couple of
with
set
the
of
projector array on it.
It's actually like this fucking moving volume, yeah.
Just go
that you
light sphere.
That all of the buildings become part of, like this whole like
light up and
world around you, and
swirlies and stuff.
Come three-dimensional space, volumes, and yeah. And like this moving carnival,
melting and forming back again.
Like literally interacting with the architecture. Yeah. That would be quite interesting. Like, so yeah, a moving projection map.
Overlay.
Because the vehicles aren't moving very quickly. That's some crazy. I'd love to. That'd be good. That'd be good. It wouldn't be too hard either. I mean, it wouldn't be too hard. It'd be pretty difficult. But I mean,
it'd be challenging.
It'd be challenging. But mainly the continually being able to accurately synchronize it
with the positioning and
with the vehicle, as the vehicle's movement. Like I think you could have.
It needs some sort of laser guidance or laser measurement system before it did the overlay to keep the.
No, I think that you could like model it so that maybe, but I think you could if you had simply like if you just had a model of the vehicle, and then where they were positioned, and you sort of like map that out. I think you could kind of get the positioning of the vehicle, because the vehicles are pretty big and sort of not dynamically moving. It's not like a human. So it doesn't have heaps of like. It's not going to
move around a lot. It's going to have its.
Yeah. It's not jiggling.
Fixed as long as it's
pretty fixed. It's
just
kind of on a path.
But slowly moving. That's right.
But the thing is, it's the moving, and where it's stopping and starting, or the speed that it's going at, and it then like adjusting the map as it goes. And I think that would be what data you would need to get off the. I reckon, you know what?
The initial recordings.
No, you'd have something straight on the tire that was measuring the movement of the tire.
Mm.
And you'd have the entire place measured out basically in rotations of the tire. And then at the start of it, you'd say, well, this is the zero of the tire. And then it would just start to move along its track. So it would know where it was up to. And if the tire went back or if it stopped, then it would just stop. And then it would move to the next. So as the tire moved, is each frame basically.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding,
the snapshotting. Yeah.
As you're moving through. That's the only way, that's what I'd say. And then that's into that motion or that
Well, you do your
dynamicity.
initial cap, you do the run through and cap it, and that data will then become the three-dimensional data which it would then run back through again, but with the overlays. And obviously, if it was slightly off course, then it would know.
You know what?
Oh, I'm
You know
off
what?
by
No.
X degrees.
No.
So.
And what you do is that's the model. You've mapped that. The content is that each one of the places that's like a venue or like etc. or where like certain people rose
all
to
their things come up, or
like a big like this huge, like the venue just turns into like this whole,
what's available, and
3-story high,
people dancing and whatever the thing
yeah,
is.
it's history, like literally like there's people on like go-go, this massive like you just turn it into like this crazy volumetric world of history. Like as you're moving down the street, you're actually like seeing all of the buildings like transforming. And at the edges, like at the beginning of the sort of where the light is, the thing, there'd be something that was kind of like consuming the building and turning it into the past, That'd be a projection mapping. Yeah.
Burger Man.
Fucking that'd be a fun project.
Organizing it, setting it up.
I wonder if that's a value of mine.
Creating the
having fun,
entertaining ideas and fun incorporated.
Fun.
Putting the F into fun. Putting the F deep into fun.
Deep into fun. Who's fun? You don't want to know. You don't want to know.
You ever met the GIMP? Well, that's fun.
That's it.
The GIMP, the silent, all-accepting partner.
Loving. Receiving.
Always knowing of expectations.
Well, at least expectations exist. Not, you might not know what it is right now. You just have to sort of get ready to receive. Reception is all important.
Every time is like a new perception in life. Creativity is very important.
I think that Give too much credit for how much of the body would be made of lettuce.
I think it'd probably be just like one tiny little sprig. It'd be more.
Yeah, like for the
The
volume of
cheese
what
I
lettuce would
get
mush
for
down.
some people, it's like even their veins are made out of cheese.
Cheesy vein.
Extra cheesy.
Extra cheesy veins.
Yeah. Like it really makes you, sort of want to watch your weight. Comes to your weight, you'd want to really. I don't know.
It like real
Try and
closely.
keep
Just keep an eye on it.
eye.
Yeah, I want to actually. I want to get myself a good withings kind of scale, one that hooks up to my phone. I don't know. They're not like ridiculously priced. Something that I can actually trust the measurement of.
Yeah.
And then and almost like go out and buy like a 2010, like maybe this is like a reason to get a dumbbell, is like to get like a 10K, two 10K, so you can put a 10 and then another 10 and then measure and just make sure every day that you like the scale. I don't know. This just kind of sounds a bit like OCD or whatever.
No. You're just
But I've just
keen to
been
make sure that you get an accurate weight.
well.
You can sort of
I
figure
had
out.
it. You sit there like weighing yourself on a scale if you're trying to actually lose weight or whatever, and then you think you're losing all this weight, and then
But then you're
go
not.
like, okay, what happened to me was I thought I'd lost 7 kilos,
and
then I stood on a different scale,
it was.
and I was the same. I had lost no weight.
I
I was still 77 like I was still 80, whatever it was. So I was still 87 kilos.
Told lies by the home scale.
It was very disheartening.
You really have to watch it.
So you do. So I mean, I moved past that disheartenment and I've tried again and got myself down, and now I want to get myself back down again. So this is like a while being able to eat a bit better. So I'm not like where I was. But yeah, I think that like having accurate measurement, like biofeedback, is important. And then you can kind of get good data and know what's going on.
Reliable.
Consistent data, yeah.
Reliable data.
And some of these modern ones, like they measure the difference between fat and bone. And like they'll measure the densities through just sending different electrical signals through you. We're little induction systems.
Zippity zappity. Not quite tippity tappity, but zippity zappity.
Oh.
Mm.
Have you ever watched much of that dude who like does the he electrocutes himself? Well, he doesn't electrocute himself. He he shows like himself. Yeah, you know.
I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah, he's
Mr. Accident.
do it.
Mr. Accident.
Yeah. I know. He does. I was
accidentally
trying to say
on purpose.
Teaches. Yeah, accidentally on purpose, like
Mm-hmm.
sparks off.
Yeah.
Electrical things.
Oh, look at silly old me. That. Who would have known? Who would have known grabbing these two opposites, these copper opposites, that a huge spark would launch across my chest.
It wrecked my lab, so
launch across my chest.
I need you all to like my post enough. So
knock out the lights.
Get the medical support. Yeah. That'll save my life. Save my life with 1,000 likes to save my life.
1,000 likes for the AI to automatically dial the ambulance.
Bleeding out. Viewers not sure.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of hovering at around
Viewers
800.
totally unsure and believing was scam until news next day. Man, tragically.
The first, yeah.
Man tragically dies after not getting enough likes on YouTube. Heartbroken.
You could have saved him.
1,000 likes, you bastards. That's all it would have taken. Self-promotion's always been so difficult. It's the hardest thing. Like, you can sell almost anything. Yeah. But when it comes to selling yourself, it's like the hardest thing to sell.
Oh yeah, well, someone else has got to do it, I think.
And you can be professional, but yeah, selling yourself is one of the hardest things possibly do in life. When you're younger, it's a lot easier to sell yourself because you really don't have a lot of things to sell yourself over, so your enthusiasm becomes more the selling point. But as you get older, selling yourself of things that you're compatible with or what you can do. Because you're only Office 97 compatible, 1997 compatible, and not Office 2022 compatible.
Yeah, I mean, it was an interesting comment today someone made about looking. There was like an OS they were using. It's like a few years old, and like that was like confusing, and I was like, it's interesting because it's, I don't know. I think that's kind of settled into a current, well, a boring, maybe.
Nostalgia? Rememberings?
How the bad old days.
Had to do everything for yourself.
Remember when you had to look
just
up,
easy enough.
remember when you had to look up files by their individual names?
Remembering file systems.
You had to actually remember the entire file name and type it in. There was no, like, you couldn't click on it.
There's no
pre-GUI.
Automatically filling in the autofill. There was no autofill.
Oh, yep. Yeah, the cool things that you could do, like out of the box.
This is only autofill if you typed it before, mate.
Was LS,
right?
like LS or
it's only autofill if you typed it before. Then you can press the
CD.
up and down arrows and maybe get
watch me move around like the pre-made like file system. Oh, and you can open any file with a .bat. You can check inside it, like you can, you know, and you can think you're a programmer.
Total legend.
Well, yeah, no, total legend. And what happens if you change something?
Now, instantly dies when outside the parameters. Is there any way to recover it? Well, do you have the action replay installed? You got the action replay. There might be a recovery point. Go back to a previous state. Say before you tried to make adjustments.
Wow.
That was the old trial and error, remember?
What's happening up in Brisbane about the games? The Olympics or whatever the fuck.
What? We've got Olympics again?
Yeah, they're coming up, aren't they? Like, they're gonna like do this. What? You don't know?
I don't know. No idea. I don't watch TV. I don't watch TV. I haven't seen anything on the news. No propaganda. I haven't seen it on Propaganda Central, but
Okay, it's coming.
it's coming up.
Maybe it's a bit. Oh well, yeah, 5
Mm.
years away or something.
Okay, that's plenty of time.
32, 28, 28 or 32.
That's plenty of time.
I don't know. But
We can get stuff finished by then.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, well, yes, you know.
We just tax the locals. That's how we get it. All good.
Well, a lot of it was just to use like existing infrastructure,
Mm.
like to not building anything and just spread it out, and also to use
Clean
the
up a
whole
bit.
state.
Yeah.
Use the whole state,
Mm.
like just have people move, like just have events in the north and of the.
Fly
What about
down.
also after?
Fly down. It works.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to work out how, like, say, on a scale like for Queensland, to develop some kind of short hop airborne system, I guess. Maybe it doesn't have to be very high off the ground, but maybe just hops
Giant
from like town to town,
snowball catapult. Just throw a giant snowball with the
and it
people
gets caught at the other
inside.
end. Barrel.
Splat when it lands the other end. And people are okay. Let's get out.
Which just gets out, but then that just feels like a reservoir.
The snowball water can then be recycled to thrown back to Queensland.
That's it. Because if you could get from
Continuous
like
snowball exchange.
from town to town, let's get sort of.
It'd work. It'd be a trial period.
Something that was.
Just make sure it worked.
Yeah, you have to make sure it works.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it's a snowball thing either. Like, it could be.
That was just
that's
me.
a viable.
Just
It was a viable.
throwing it out there.
It's a viable, like,
I can see it.
Option.
So like a cage, snowball gets wrapped around. Catapult.
But instead of like a plane, like aircraft are too. So
as long as you hit the same
like the
spot
amount of
each
people
time,
in Queensland compared to like a big cities in America, and you just look at like
we could catapult a lot more stuff around. That's
well, there's less people, so you could test a system.
Less risk of landing on the wrong location.
And less risk. Yeah, true, that as well. So you could use
Underthrow
Queensland
or
as like
overthrow.
to just do something which is like a shorter throw. So it's not an aircraft and it's not a helicopter.
No.
It's this sort of in between taxi, basically, which takes like whatever 10 something.
You need to get
people.
there. You need to get in a hurry. Then you take the
this
catapult.
thing, and it just goes. Somehow it moves across
directly.
And these things could be like electric, you know, so like something which makes sense. Like instead of like a aircraft again, which is like 100 people or 50 to 200 people. I think something which is more on the 20 scale.
Yep.
So it's just practical. Yeah. And just goes. This has this like leapy motion. This was an interesting one. This Polybius. The
video game.
Well, it was just interesting.
Strange.
Like it really was stuck on.
AI.
I don't know.
The AI generated.
Yeah, I didn't know what people had what domain they'd pointed it at, really. But
yeah.
Because
it was sort of the whole pyramid thing.
Was meant to be. Yeah.
Pyramid thing happening. So,
like if you some of those vector games, like something
get you sucked into Polybius.
Did you ever play one of those ones and they were,
So
I
like
don't
this
know, like
alien
somehow
squirrel
it was
behind
not, it
us,
wasn't a
not
screen.
the alien pilot
There was
squirrel,
no
but
screen. It was just vectors
the alien
like
squirrel
being
brother.
thrown onto the screen.
Hmm. Hard to tell, isn't it? Is it fake? Real? Is the squirrel in the jumpsuit real, or is the alien the real thing and the squirrel is the AI enhanced photorealistic insert? Is the alien chipmunk cheating by creating the humanized chipmunk in a suit clone
Well,
over top of the human because he's embarrassed that the chipmunks aren't the superior race on Earth?
they
He's used
just made like fake
augmented,
big ones.
yeah, he's made augmented
Like
photograph where
squirrel suits.
he scrubbed the human. It was actually a picture of uh, one of the astronauts before he went
Mm,
up in the
mm.
space station, and the alien so jealous squirrels weren't the dominant species that photoshopped the over top of the astronaut's image to get the shot that he wanted. Superior chipmunks. Knowing that this could cause an international incident, didn't care.
That's good. You
Yeah.
know, you've got to have your values.
Mm. He wanted his
His values are not caring.
ancestor to be as smart as the other furry rodents that turned into apes, that turned into. Got to respect the progress and the path.
Oh.
Well, we are all evil hairless monkeys.
Yep. That's some piece of it if you wish.
That's compatible
For
with
evil.
that's compatible.
That's for evil.
Mm.
It's evil seems
Too hard.
contrived. Well, I just can, yeah.
This hairless monkey would be suitable,
Oh,
acceptable.
I'm dubious.
Outside that parameter of the
Yeah,
hairless
I'm
monkey.
dubious. Yeah, no, I'm dubious.
Hairless monkey doesn't seem to quite cover the uniqueness that is you.
No, no.
It seems a bit limiting in its mannerisms.
No, I think it's just like input source for you know, the life input source for intelligence.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Yeah. It's like a
Cosmic meat sack dancer.
yeah, and not in a bad way, like
No,
like
no,
an
of course not.
aspect of reality way, like I'm a
Everything
fully valid
is a
self.
dance. It's a
Yeah,
interpretive.
I'm a fully valid self, but but yeah, as opposed to sort of sort of things that I'm sort of really just whatever you want to call it, like if that's sort of like just a module.
Mm, unified module.
Oh,
Somehow
evening.
relatable.
Um, oh my gosh, what just came up on the screen behind us?
Oh,
That's
the
a
horse is
wild
hungry,
looking
man.
one.
Horse is hungry. Get rid of it. See the full.
The full, the full, the full must. It's like wow. The hungry horse.
Horses. Yeah.
It's
Just
very intensely muscular, isn't it? Oh, it's got a. Oh, look at it's got a. It's wearing a suit and a.
Yeah, and
One
it's
of
got
those
orange juice to
things.
go with it. Didn't just have a burger; it's got orange
Oh,
juice as well.
I was eating a burger on a fork. How fucking. I suppose. I mean, it's a.
It's quite
Horse. You
nimble
can
with
eat a
that
whole burger.
fork. Like I mean,
Well, you can eat a.
it's throwing that whole burger in there without losing the top, the bottom, and all the ingredients sliding out at certain angles. Done pretty well for just having one fork.
There's been some uplifting.
I think it was actually floating, and all he's done is he's just poked it with the fork, and then it's flowing into his mouth.
Oh, it's the okay.
That's what's actually happened. It was a like a hydrogen burger. Like it had hydrogen injections in the burger, which
just to
made it float.
get the
And then
bread really
the
lower
bread was just
carbs.
so low carbs but high in
Air.
hydrogen floatiness. So
Not just
it was
air, but
yeah.
hydrogen.
So all he's had to do is just pop it straight up. It's a slight tap straight down the gulliver. I mean, I wouldn't mind a hydrogen. I'd have one. They were out there. They were available. Unlike, currently available pizza, chicken pizza.
Have you ordered a pizza?
I'm gonna have a look and see if I can get a pizza. If I can't, I might have to just make one. I might have to make one. Just buy the chicken or recook, and then I'll add tomato sauce, the mozzarella, and the pepperoni. I mean, I can do that.
Yeah, you're pretty skilled.
Capable. I'm pretty capable.
You got pretty mad skills, man.
That's it. Practicing, long time.
I reckon you could
And I think I have the technology to be able to duplicate that recipe.
You got something that would be able to slice that
somehow.
Just get that
sure.
The pepperoni.
Sure, it won't quite be a pizza volcano. It definitely will not quite be as spectacular as pizza volcano. But all I can do is try. All I can do my best to make it happen.
The mission.
But I don't give up. I'm not one of these that just gives up. Like when someone says we need a pizza volcano, I go, well, I know exactly where you need to go to get pizza volcano. And it's Domino's. Domino's has got it. Volcanic pizza.
What's a volcanic pizza? Is it made on hot rocks?
It's made with actual lava. It's the main ingredient of the sauce, the special sauce, is lava. They harvest it. That's why it's a little bit more expensive than pizzas.
Yeah. It's got to be because you know a bit of storage difference.
Authentic.
Yeah,
authentic lava.
So it's more like is it a $5 ingredient? Is it one of the first $5 ingredients?
Absolutely.
You got the $2 ingredient.
It did pump it up, and you can have double lava if you want, but double lava it's not advised. but you can order it. They'll let you order it. But you've got to sign a waiver as soon as they deliver it. You've got double lava.
That's like an acceptance. And by receiving it, you've accepted.
By receiving the pizza, you have waived all rights to sue over the double lava possibilities. I mean, they had to do that. It was purely a safeguard.
Well, because like I think it's also it'd hold up, right? Because they the big D doesn't know because the outcomes are random. He doesn't know what the outcomes would be. So
yeah, best to distance oneself.
Like you try and say they were like, we didn't know.
Make the money. Make the money.
We didn't
just
know.
Distance yourself.
I didn't know. I didn't know. It's not my
No
fault.
one else was prepared to test their mortality by asking for the double before.
The double D. Double chizzy. The double chizzer.
Chiz Masters.
Chiz Masters double D.
Yeah. If it's not chizzy, then what is it? That's what you got to ask yourself. If it's not chizzy. Or cheetza. Chicken pizza brought to you. It's not cheesy enough.
Are you just cheesy enough?
Why are you even bothering to not be cheesy enough? Cheetza. Cheesy cheetas. Christmas girl.
Skull dudes.
Yeah. Coming in. It's popcorn poppin' time. Corny's Pop Tops.
Corny's Pop Tops are going to explode.
Yeah.
They're like the man.
More popcorn than we can possibly handle. That's right. Corn pops popping popcorn. As the end draws nigh. The end of the end of the program draws nigh. As we're creeping up on the 3-hour mark.
As is the want.
The necessity of the not overdoing it, not underdoing it, but doing it just right. Because there's only so much dribble that you can handle. One cheapening experience. Each one a lesson. Each one a lesson to us. A lesson to you. Maybe, maybe not.
Oh yeah, well I'm stretching my
stretching the old cyber body, making sure those parts are flexible enough, keeping the flex, you know.
Well, in the align, like the straightness, or whatever, not quite the straightness, but the alignment of it, so that it holds and sits properly. It's quite a journey, that process. I don't know.
Knowing the difference between a foreskin lampshade and a non-foreskin lampshade, I think that's moving forward.
I couldn't quite see the detail. Like I was looking on my phone, so I didn't really get the.
Didn't really have that full.
I didn't grasp
broccoli
it.
broccoli hair.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What was
Kind
the
of
broccoli with the foreskin
yeah.
lampshades, but
And the
broccoli.
perfectly smooth and well shaven bodies. That was the
Oh, yeah, that
key.
was what you know. That was a
Then I noticed, but yeah,
Yeah.
there was some. Everyone had the perm going on, but the broccoli perm was like Aquarius all over again. Age of Aquarius
Manifestation
all
of
over
probably, yeah,
again.
like just a God had appeared.
If it gets any more exciting, I'm gonna just manifest myself all over this scene.
Mm.
But the other one was good. The other foreskin lambskin album was it had the lampshade there, so you had an idea.
Yeah,
Of
yeah. One of them
you
did.
know, the whole
Oh,
usage.
you've got them up on screen again.
Yeah, hang on.
Yes. No, yeah, it's all good.
You can see the lampshades, so they get a bit more it's gonna be a true
Oh, I love this guy's like chastity belt thing.
yeah,
It's great.
he's got this whole
Arrangement going on.
dial up arrangement going on.
What about that?
Does
What
it
about
take coins, or is it just
walking
purely
around like
just
that sort of
works?
He-Man,
Sort of
like power
you give
belt?
it
You know
a
what I mean?
rub. You provide your energy and the rubbing. That
The
then
wide belt.
mm,
Men with wide belts.
mm.
There's a movement. The men with wide belts movement. With a real chunky kind of like this arrangement. So like the gourd combines like
Big
the
buckle,
wide belt,
big buckle thing.
buckle,
Mm.
the gourd, kind of like the sort of an adornment.
Massive buckle and the
massive buckle and
with the
adornments.
plug-in gourd
And then
attachment.
functionality,
Yeah. It'd have to have
functionality.
some
That's right.
wine or something in it, so that when you needed a refreshment, just whip it off.
Yeah.
Straight down the gob.
Yeah. It could sort of like reconstitute, so you could have like a little bonus, always a nip of
We
liquor
could
just
have
to
it
keep you going
multi-purpose.
from it,
It
like
could be, wine on
like sort of
the Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, and then it
oh,
could
I
be
see.
cheese on some sort of liquid cheese on the Saturdays and the Sundays. Just
It's
depends
always like
on
perfectly liquid, like it knows the ambient temperature, and then
it can
adjusts like the
sort of
chemical composition of the
has
cheese
a
to ensure.
ability to sort of look forward into the future and know the
Yeah.
temperature pre-morticize itself so that it's at the right the pouring consistency, keeps at that right
That's right.
level of the pouring consistency by realizing the future subtle changes in temperature. I think it's amazing, personally. And I'd like to thank our alien taking that opportunity to manifest themselves. Know that we all come in peace. Come in peace. The enemy of my brother is my enemy. Let's all be brothers and no one has to fight. Easy as that.
Is the brother of my enemy my brother?
Or my enemy's brother's enemy's brother.
Now, that's things can get complicated.
How
You
many
don't know.
enemies'
You
brothers
just
are going to
start.
turn up?
You start like just brothering up with people.
Yeah.
Next
Next
minute,
thing you know,
some person's just trying to like
they're selling radioactive, you know, ice cream to the children. Before you know it,
and then you finally it's your neck.
Dispensing radioactive ice cream to the children made out of microplastic, recycled microplastics.
Irradiated microplastic ice cream.
Ice cream
special,
deployment.
Yeah, reconstituted.
That's it. The children then digest it, and it comes back out as a
it makes them stronger.
Uranium brick. They actually, instead of going to the toilet and having poos, they drop out your actual
digested uranium.
Pre-digested uranium, which comes out. It's an enriched uranium.
Enriched.
Due to the continuous, you know,
bioaccumulated
injections of the nanoparticles, which has created the nanofactories inside the, you know, the young children. We set up as microfactories to produce the minerals, enriched uranium poo, which you
can just see like fields
we then put into our missiles. Like that's our part of the
their bodies just being used as
just tiny factories. Like, you know, it's the ultimate slavery.
Iron.
The ultimate slavery. No one was expecting it. That's how insidious it was. You know, 1 minute.
We did finally work out how to make unlimited resources.
Yeah, and no one's sharing.
It was us that
no one ever shares.
It's us that made them. Yeah. It's like,
why would we share this when we can capitalize on it, make a lot of money? We wouldn't want to waste these opportunities.
No, you wouldn't want everyone to be able to just like.
No, I mean, if everyone knew how to do it, then, you know, it wouldn't be a money making opportunity, would it?
No,
because everyone would be doing it. So it's only when it's really unique and say it'd be niche, wouldn't it? Be the right word for it. Certain niche of market. Be happy to be sponsoring something like the Cheep. Certain niche market.
Well, that'd be pretty fucking niche, because I guess the thing that they'd be marketing to would be you and me.
Yeah,
they'd be
trying to
sell you and me something.
Yeah, and get us to on-sell it to you, the viewer.
Why are you trying to sell it to me?
Well, I'm not selling it to you. I'm selling it to the person who would be viewing it.
Nobody's viewing it.
No, I know, and it's therefore I'm selling it to no one. And in selling it to no one, am I truly selling it to no one, or I'm selling it to someone in the future that might look at it and go, "Hey,
that's
look."
Right, the future. Yeah, the prescient marketer knows.
Sneaky. It's like
time.
That's it.
This is going to become like just fucking classic
retro. Most funniest.
It's like Max Headroom. Yeah.
The most funniest retro. Fucking
two marketing with us now.
Two dudes just talking shit.
Your biotech is going to be ready in 112
years. And AI is going to base its personality on both of us. And you're going to be listening to our commercials for the next 10,000 years. And it's going to be so funny. And everyone's going to hate it, but at the same time, they're going to love it at the same time.
That's it.
Hate and love. Simultaneous emotions. They can never get rid of it. Program is now over 1,000 years old. And, you know, they send back these time travelers so they can just at least meet and find out what started this sane podcast.
It's going to be a Bill and Ted.
Yeah.
We're going to go. We're about to go Bill and Ted.
Almost. Yeah. It's borderline, but I wouldn't worry about it too much because it could be another 1,000 years before it comes into effect. So.
But we have to worry about that. Yeah.
We'll be long gone. You know, we'll be enjoying the more adventurous parts of our afterlives
of the multiverse.
Picking up the bonus coins, you know, the Mario bonus coins and the
get a bit of a fluke. Start playing your magic flute.
Playing the magic flute. Getting the Princess Peach all warmed up because she doesn't mind a bit of the old piccolo.
Peachy.
Always promising.
That was terrible.
Always promising. Max delivery.
Max.
Getting it more than you'd ever thought you would have got.
Wow. My hands are up where my hair is on the character and in real life. I'm trying now. I'm seeing what. Gosh, how much hair is required?
Did you end up trying the calibration?
Huh. I mean, no, it's okay. Ridiculous. Oh, the front. Oh, the front. The front and back. No.
Because that's where it sort of died and went spazzo last time.
Yeah, it's not.
You're a bit sort of cautious about.
I prefer to be more. I prefer to be more Fenty in here than less Fenty and not here.
Yeah, true. Better to. I mean, Fenty's become part of our program.
Yeah, I mean it's an essential. We're making it. We're making Fenty great again.
Yeah.
Is that what we're doing? Like we're making it. It's making it culturally cool. It's like you see someone down the street, you're like,
it's doing the big.
It's a bit. That's
letter
M.
M.
There's like there's a cyber and M.
You see him doing the letter M. You're like, oh, hang on. It's just like those guys.
Those guys.
They occasionally get the Fenton. They made it more culturally acceptable.
Yeah, it'd be a bit of a put down.
Yeah.
So like
everyone's got to be
to see it negatively. Everyone sees it positively.
Story, you can't.
You're saying that's a bad thing. It's rude. Being Fenty is what it's all about. Oh.
Do the Fenty dreamers dream of Fenty sheep? This is the question. Do the Fenty dreamers
I see.
Dream of Fenty sheep?
I don't know. It's a down thing, isn't it? It's a sleepy thing, is it, Fenty?
Sleepy Fenties. See them? I mean, they're like awake, but they're asleep.
It's like a waking version of a sleepy thing.
Sleeping awake. Because you watch them, they're like 1 minute they're.
Sounds like a capybara.
1 minute they're seem like they're there with you, and then the next minute their eyes are closed.
Capybara?
Their eyes are closed and down by the bay. Yeah.
Oh, is the dog?
Oh.
No.
I shall return a friend.
He's coming, flinging himself at stairs. Yeah, I suppose so. It was. I mean, I don't know. It was a cool afternoon. A little bit. Oh, I got. So I spent some money on some wiper blades.
For the
like a few people said that obviously my wiper blades are really old because they made a noise.
Oh, they're sort of scraping as they try to dry, rather than just
and
sliding. Yeah,
so I was like, oh, really?
The water.
I thought that's how they were. No, it was just how I've gotten used to it being from being elsewhere, where it just you'd only get one rain out of each pair. for it to be destroyed. So you weren't that keen to really buy more. Anyway, the new ones are amazing. They're silent. They're
just quiet as, and
like, wow.
super effective at clearing the water off the screen.
They are, aren't they? Are they putting like micro beads on there or something? Are they like
I'm not sure. Like... The non-slip stuff, yeah, possibly. Got to get that Teflon everywhere.
Oh, you want to fully infect us.
It's just not Teflon fun unless Teflon.
Everyone's got to have it in their breast milk. It's a cinch.
It's how
it makes it slip down easier. It's for the betterment of humanity. Get that Teflon in the breast milk.
Just straight
babies
through.
will be able to receive it better. Straight in. That's it. Wholesome.
Little or no nutrient intake. Just perfect.
Nutrients just slide straight
over top of the Teflon.
Straight back out of them.
Straight back out. Yeah.
That's it. It's protecting the baby from your nutrients.
So, yeah, scientists now say to
for 100 years.
Yeah. Refeeding of human fecal matter is probably best, as it takes 6 or 7 times through to actually digest the nutrients.
Oh, I see. The baby has to eat its own feces. It turns into a rabbit
several times before it actually has the ability to break it down, due to the overabundance of the Teflon.
Yeah.
Teflon coated villi inside the child's body.
Finally,
Teflon coated stomachs. Takes at least 5 recycles before the nutrients are actually broken down.
That's interesting. Yeah, kind of. It's good. Like, because it makes this very rabbit-like.
It does.
And maybe have more palatine. So it makes coprophilia very common. Basically, everyone has to eat their own poo.
I know it doesn't sound like a pleasant experience, but
no, it's well, it gets the trade-off though.
That's it.
That's what it's all about. You just got to get that little bit of an edge, a little bit of a.
Get ahead of the technology, as they say.
Well, yeah, you want that you don't want what next door, you want to be
know why you have the Teflon coating internally. Understand the principle behind it. Our ever expanding universe of rocks, thinking rocks, needs to go to that next level.
That's it.
And when you can eat gold and your stomach acid is like actual citric acid or whatever, intensely distilled acids, where you can eat a gold bar and then break it down and produce what you need to repair your circuitry.
By having right.
Internal circuitry. Digesting the gold brick, gold bricks and gold bricks and
yourself.
Human breast milk for breakfast. Get back to the natural.
Yeah.
Natural part of life.
Yeah, you don't want to cross that. You don't want to ruin that nice sort of alkaline wonderment of sort of body neutral, sort of the breast milk with something acidic and damaging like coffee or sugar.
No.
No.
Add that and you sort of diluting the process.
Yeah. And you don't want to turn your children into cows. That's hideous. That's why we have these programs, these advanced programs, to just help you from like the inside and
help
the
the
outside.
mothers, help the
And the
mothers to
minds. From a
provide the
nocebo
true nutrients for their children and husband.
to a natural way.
Able to bake those sourdough bread.
It's amazing.
It was looking at the stories about whole taking the yeast and creating the culture and make beers and
Yeah.
bread, sourdough bread and cheese. Actual
Cheese.
culture cheese.
The cheesy goodness. You make me hungry.
Yeasty cheesy goodness.
Get
some of that dragon tail steaks going on. The dragon tail steak happening. Chicken fillet bread to wrap around the whole thing. So you got chicken fillet bread, nice dragon's tail steak, the lady cheese, and the lady nice big glass of the lady milk go with it. Tomboy lady milk. I think we're hitting that yep, hit the 3-hour mark now. We've had one comment. Someone loves it. It's good. Feeling the
if someone
love.
loves it, that's mega.
Yeah. Achieve some happiness.
Given
got the love.
Love.
You ready to finish up?
And I'm downstairs getting tougher.
I think we're up. What do you reckon?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Getting late down there for you. 11.
Yeah. I'm working for. Thank you for some fun chats.
Crazy chat. Crazy chat. They'll still have us chat. Good job. Hey, buddy. What's happening?
The range. I'm almost back.
You're right.